He's just looking.
All right, I'll give a countdown in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Arcane Focus episode 75. Oh, God, we're climbing up the ladder, everyone. Welcome, everyone. If you guys don't know, we're still in baby time, meaning that what you're watching right here is a recording. This is all pre-recorded. It's all edited. What we're going to have is what we call baby breaks. If we have to put this guy down to sleep, or
look at the little guy.
Yeah. Or we got to change him or something like that. It's going to cut. You guys are going to see a noticeable cut, and we'll be back. Yeah, nice burp. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, nothing really big things announced. We're still sort of getting used to this life and how this might work. But regardless, I think we're ready for part 3 of Downtime. As you guys are still within your 3-month downtime period. After fighting Oliver Blake and defeating him and killing him at the Barnwell estate. Let's go for a quick recap, yeah? It's less of a recap and a continuation of what was happening in Cilia. With a collective smack of lips and an almost harmonious sound of ah, all of you wipe your mouths, lick your lips, and enjoy the libations of the night while within the cozy, cliff-covered inn. Edna joins you as in the chug as all glasses drop onto the bar top. Those watching raise their own glasses and shout in support. Ah, yeah, all right! Edna gives a small little burp, clears herself, sort of clears the throat a little bit and goes, well, I think it's a right good time right now if we start the celebration. Cilia is our home. We worked hard to make this little chilly town into a warm, welcoming place. I am happy to be a part of this community, and to our humble lumberjacks, motions to a little table off to the side where a couple of sort of beefy-looking guys, one sort of redhead woman with like hair that sort of covers a bit of her eye, kind of raises their own glass, give a cheer. She goes, to our shop owners, motions to another table as sort of a group, huzzah! Sort of exclaims from that side of the bar, and she motions to you three and goes, and to our friends that just happened to join us out of happenstance, to new friends, strangers. Let's see, where was I at? Yeah, she motions to you guys and goes, happy Founding's Day, everyone! And once again, more alcohol is poured, and the night is filled with drinks and merriment, singing throughout your adventures. All three of you, you've been asked by friends and family alike, why do you do this? Why do you put yourself through these hardships? Why do you go through these tasks and near-death experiences? Why? As you look out into the inn, as music is playing, people are talking and laughing and drinking and enjoying just the company of the night. This right here is the reason. The mixture of this tightly band of neighbors and travelers, the warmth is intoxicating. This happiness between your fellow men, women, and those who don't conform, this is healing. And you start to feel it, guys. This is the most healing you've gotten in a while. No magic required, no rests, nothing to be worried about. I mean, there are still concerns in the back of your mind, but for now, due to the warmth of the inn, those almost melt away. As you are poured another drink, Savannah, Vera, a woman wraps an arm around you, brings you into a song, and you just can't help but follow through, even though you're stumbling through a few words. Rolly, a couple of guys slap your back and start to hand you shots as it is free drinks all around. It's a wonderful time. As this starts to go for maybe an hour or two, you can hear from sort of the long tables that sort of make up the inside of the cliff-covered inn. You hear, cannot, and the response, I can too. You turn around and you see a gruffy-looking mountain man with a big, bushy black beard, sort of a hard beer gut, sort of sticking out of his tunic. He points at another man who's a little bit older in age, wavy blonde hair with sort of a thin mustache. The mountain man looks to, even though mid-argument of whatever the conversation they're having, smiles, reaches into his side pouch, and just hawks a sack that when it lands upon the bar top, you hear ching, a clear indication of a lot of gold. As he points to it, gives her a wink, and goes, "In there, my lovely lady." And of course, just sort of winking at this, already kind of like goes an "oh, type of motion to it. And she goes, "In there is 350 gold, 100 to cover the drinks, and 250 up for grabs." He stands up. You hear the sound of the chair screech behind him as he stands, sort of stumbling slightly. He motions to the people he was sitting with on his side of the table and goes, I challenge any crew against my own. Anyone who can outdrink us wins the pot. If you lose, you sleep outside." People start to murmur and chatter amongst themselves. What conversation do you guys have?
I just kind of look at Vera like, Vera, I think we could do that.
1 second, because I'm deafened. I don't want to. I was waiting for Mike to stop talking, so it didn't echo. There we go.
Oh, good. Thank you.
I was like, wait.
Smart move.
Like, Vera, I think we could do that.
We or me?
We!
I'm pretty sure Rolly would be just fine. Let me see.
Come on, it's still fun if it's only Worley.
1 second.
Even though it would be funny just to root Rolly on.
Well, I'm trying to see if there's something to help, because my con is not that high.
Oh no, mine's is horrible.
So I hear that Rolly and the rest of the group are entering separately?
We didn't say that.
I mean, you guys are close enough where you can have a conversation,
yeah.
but you can definitely start thinking that if you wish. And I'll ask this for Vera, because I know, Amber, you're kind of doing this, like, looking at stats. What does Vera think? Not looking at your stats. Come on.
Vera
Role play a little bit.
She could have a little bit of a magical influence, and maybe.
That's so fun.
Well, she already knows. She was like, I've arm wrestled a dude our first go around. Her strength is better than her constitution. So it's a big maybe.
Okay, so...
And last time we had drinks, we had horrible nightmares.
What does the Agent of Chaos have to do to make the maybe a yes?
You go first.
I mean, that's a given.
I was like...
Can I get that in writing?
You know, if I'm drunk, you're taking care of me, right?
I mean, I can do the whole bond thing, but that's more of like damage. We like if get hit. It's not so much if like you get drunk, I can have what your drunkenness.
I'll do that.
Oh, we can?
I'll fuck it. We're not fighting. We're role playing right now. If you want to try to make use of your bond to transfer
like,
drunkenness,
I'm like fine, and Vera's like.
Well, I think I can do it to 3 people now, right? Or no?
You tell me. I don't know your stats.
I don't know. I think it's like 2 channel divinities, so I mean, it takes up 1, but I never looked up if I could do it.
I can't believe the thief's gonna say this, but wouldn't that count as cheating, though?
Do you want to win? He didn't say that you couldn't cast magic. So technically it's not cheating if he didn't outline it in the rules.
If that's the case, if you could share the bond 3 ways, we'll just enter Rolly and we'll take hits for him.
I mean, he could take hits for us, more like it. Hold on. I gotta look through the novel of... Okay, here.
So I would like everyone, if you feel like doing this, get a piece of paper or on your computer, do a notebook. Write down the following. Or this, at least track this. There are 5 stages of drunk right now. You guys, already, since you've been drinking for a bit, are at stage 2.
Man. It doesn't tell me. Let me look it up.
It's not going to be that bad because kind of everyone's been drinking, so you're kind of on equal footing. But it can get worse.
It's always gonna get worse.
I mean, do you want a lesser restoration Rolly before we throw him to the wolves?
I guess I could. Hold on one sec. I'm reading.
If we're going down this route.
Oh my god. I'm going to go say, since Vera is literally having to cycle through spells that she can do.
No, it's not spells. I want to see if I can get all 3 of us or just the 2 of us. That's the problem. It says, blah, 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 include yourself equal to your proficiency bonus. So I think I can get more than just 2 then. I should be able to get all of us.
You tell me.
I don't know how proficiency bonuses work, man. My brain hurts.
Okay, we're going to have to look this up. Tell you what, how about we consider this a baby break or something? So, what is the unanimous decision here?
I think we're emboldening bond then.
You're going to do
Or
emboldening bond?
whatever, shared burden. Whatever the thing is to get all
Shared
of us.
burden is a reactionary thing. Don't forget.
The thing with the thing that does the thing with the other things.
I'm saying if you're going to share it among multiple people, just send one so we could just spread the wealth instead of somebody's taking the damages and out.
So shared burden is a reactionary thing. It does use your channel divinity, meaning I think you have 2 channel divinities right now. So during the drinking contest, if you want to, I will allow you to do share burden as a reaction if you see a friend or yourself losing or getting drunk. You may then split that feeling amongst others.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to lesser restoration Rolly, though.
Okay. Roll,
Alright, big man.
you're
do
at
us
level
proud?
1 now.
Big man, you're going to do us proud? Yeah?
I don't know.
What are you bringing to the table, Savannah?
We're going to play this old school. I'm back to being your manager.
I quit.
Don't be like that, Rolly.
Where's my cut of the last one?
No comment.
What a manager you are!
I just kind of push Rolly everything. He's gonna challenge you. The big man's gonna challenge you. I'll throw money out on the table.
Well, no. So the way they're waging it, if you want to throw money, that's fine. But it is free, 250 to grab if you win. But if you lose, you have to sleep outside.
Oh, that's
There is no
sad.
pot to put in. It's just win or lose.
What's the weather? What is it? Summer? Winter?
No, we've gone a full year. It's now winter.
Oh, goody.
Oh damn.
Well,
We got you though. You won't sleep outside by yourself.
why me?
Not you, him.
Why me?
The
'Cause you're the biggest and you're the best chance of us winning. Now go.
the guy sort of chuckles a little bit as he sort of sees you all trying to just push Rolly solo, and he goes, "This man alone? I was challenging a crew. If you think you can survive this, fella," and looking at the height of you.
I look at him. I'm like, but I don't see a crew for you.
He does motion to the people he was sitting with.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What do they look like?
Yeah.
You see a lot of them are like almost lumberjack style, where they're either bushy beard, strong arms, definitely built for the weather, sort of a little thicker people. You see like a dwarf, few humans, and then what looks to be like a half elven man, who is just sort of still drinking though, like even though the competition has already been put out.
I just kind of look at him. I look him up and down. I'm like, tell you what, I'm in no condition to do this competition. That's why my good friend's going to represent the Great Griffins. So to make it fun and fair, you go for your crew versus Rolly. We win, your entire crew sleeps outside. If we lose, we'll all sleep outside.
Are you saying you're not interested in the cash prize?
Well, we're interested.
Interested? That's why we picked him.
If we lose, you get the money. We don't sleep outside.
Oh, okay.
Then why are you waiting?
It's just either you get the money or we sleep outside, Ted.
Exactly. Not a very bright one, this one.
She had.
And this one's my manager, apparently.
I mage hand and try to nicely push him without him noticing.
You're trying to push him?
I'm all like mage hand without him noticing the back of his head. I didn't care for that.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
insult me and call me not bright. Lucky. That's better. That's gonna be a 23.
23.
How dare you? Shoot.
The way that Mage Hand, at least for the stats, works is that you can distract people with it. You can lift something up to 10 pounds. This guy weighs way over 10
I
pounds.
just wanted a slight tap.
What you do is that his hair is fairly long, like he hasn't gotten a shave in a while or haircut. You just
yank.
already yank it, and you just see him go. He looks at like one of his friends who is sitting next to him. He goes, slaps him against the chin. He goes, "The fuck? What do you want?" And he's like, "I didn't do anything." It's like, don't touch. Fine. 1v1. I'm okay with this.
You want to pause for a sec so I can try and put him to bed?
Okay, baby break. All right, so we're back. And so this is the scene that we're painting right now. Rolly. The new challenge has been set with your friends behind you, supporting you. And the rest of this man's crew, this one of the lumberjacks here in Cilia, who has put down a pot of 250 gold for the winner. You have, at least your companions, and you're going along with it, have agreed to a 1v1 drinking competition. You're currently, with the help of Vera, who cast a quick spell. As the conversation was going, you are no longer at 2 on our level of alcohol, you're at level 1. But we'll see how that goes.
It's also a lot safer than my original plan, was to just beat people up for money.
Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Our heroes. The guy sits down, scoots the chair up. You see his belly already sort of touching against the side of the table. The 100 that was included, there was 350, has been taken by Edna. She has walked around bringing 3 glasses of like full steins of ale in front of you, Rolly. 3 in front of this man. He reaches out a hand and goes, "Day of founding, full of celebration and libation. Good luck to you."
I just, instead of shaking his hand, I just grab the stein and go to cheer.
Grabs his own, cheers you back.
Clink.
You hear Anna go, "All right, everyone. Classic drinking competition. Drink goes down. Make sure that all liquid is inside your gullet. Drinks upside down. Finish. We'll judge to see who is still standing. If both contestants are still, we'll go on to the next drink. Continue on until someone can't handle it anymore. If you puke, you're out. If you pass out, you're out too. If you finish a glass or you turn it upside down and there's still liquid in it, you're out. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed. All right. Ready? Set. Go. Roll me a con save.
Chug, 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 chug. Chug, 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 chug.
Yeah. He puts down the stein down.
24.
24. Both of you put your glass stein down. Both of you looking pretty good right now. As he kind of wipes his mouth, a little bit of the suds off the side of his cheek. 1 down. No problem. Yeah. Number 2. Roll me another one.
That's gonna be 17.
17. You see that you quickly just open the throat and all the liquid falls in. He's falling behind you. As you see, like, you're already done. You put your glass down, and it takes him about 3 seconds to follow up with you. As it's just, and you see he's having to breathe a little bit harder. This round, kicked him a bit hard. As he puts down the glass with you, and you hear him go, "It's fine. I'm fine." He sort of motions towards the crowd that's around him, that's sort of cheering him on. It's fine. Number 3. Roll again.
Ooh. 25.
25. Both of you clink your glass, start to chug down. He was right on your tail. You see, as you put down your glass, he is a second right after yours. You guys have all finished one round. You are now alcohol level intoxication level 2. So now that we're at level 2, things are getting interesting. You have a -2 to these saves. 3 more glasses are brought. Roll me another save as we go into glass number 4. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
He doesn't get any extra die on that shared burden, right, Vero?
Shared burden is like splitting damage, so
that
we'd be
is a
splitting whatever he
natural
failed.
1.
Natural 1.
Gotcha.
Oh.
You quickly...
Oh,
Can we split that? Whatever.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know how that would work. That's a DM thing. That's not a me thing.
I will say, because it's a natural 1,
I know.
oh no, dear.
and he rolled really well, I will allow you to re-roll.
Oh,
But something's happening to our friends here.
yeah, kind of figured.
So you are
Alright,
allowed to re-roll.
Lord. I think you just hear Vera, like, under her breath, just have incoming.
Oh god.
Okay, that is going to be a 23.
23. Both of you. Well, you've rolled the natural 1, so what ends up... I think what ends up happening is... Rolly, you watch this guy completely just chug his drink in one go. Put it down, and it's a second wind that starts to come up with him as he's smiling, stumbles a little bit, but corrects himself as his eye sort of has to blink, sort of trying to correct himself. You were struggling this one. Something about it where maybe the suds got into your nose and it sort of kicked you off your game. You finished 6 seconds behind him. But it's strange. You start to feel that immediate burp and sort of the release of this intoxication into your mind quickly release as you're not... I'm not going to increase your
Level.
level of intoxication because share burden happened here. Savannah and Vera, you're intoxication level 3 now.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
So what that means...
I'm just gonna hang on to the bar.
Oh dear.
So what that means, RP wise, is that you guys are officially full on drunk. And I'm talking like I'm about to make a bad decision, and your equilibrium is a little shattered right now.
That's why Vera's just like hanging on to the
Yeah,
bar.
you have to hold. You almost instinctively have to hold on to something as you're not drinking, but Savannah and Vera, you feel sort of that tether, that magic that all of you have shared once before, and it's almost like you just took 5 shots and you're just like, oh.
I did say incoming.
Oh wow, that's like drinking 10 of Moscow's drinks. Oh, that hurt.
You better not lose another one, because I think we'll
It's
fall on
just
the
an
floor.
ale, guys. It's not that bad.
You did roll a 1.
You roll a 1. I mean, it's not that bad.
It's a weird sensation because it's not that they're just transferring the effects of one ale. They're transferring a little bit of like what you're feeling right now, which is drink after drink after drink after drink, and they just got hit.
You got hit with it.
We're on glass number 5, I believe. So he brings it up.
I'll be like
Cheers
asking
you
for
back.
some water.
I know.
down.
While she's asking water, I'm all like, "You see that lumberjack over there? He looks like a bitch.
You see him go.
I could probably take him."
Alright, 21.
I'm drunk and I know that's a bad idea.
You finish at the same time. You are minusing 2 at this, yeah?
Yes. I
Yeah.
was like, yes, I'm coming back, baby.
Come on, those Vegas rolls. We need those.
One
Come
more.
on, we're coming back, baby.
We're rolling again.
Uh-oh. Hope his was
All right.
bad. I can't take another one.
I was about to say natural 1 just to fuck with you. Alright, here we go. Come on. Not bad. Not great. That would be 14.
Ooh,
14.
better than a 1.
You slam down your glass.
Not great. Not
Uh,
terrible.
Not great.
So you finish yours. It's this round, and everyone starts to see this. You could actually see everyone starts to go, oh, almost like expecting something to happen. It's that anticipation, that waiting for someone to slip up, choke, spit, something where it's sort of indication of someone near knockout. And Rolly, as you finish your glass, you've noticed that, or while you're drinking, this one's taking a lot longer than you've expected. It's that feeling of your throat starting to get a little numb, bit chilly, and you have to go for air a lot. And as you're sort of focusing on that, your eyes start to cross over to the gentleman across the table, and he is struggling just as bad. And what ends up happening is that as Savannah drunkenly goes, "That lumberjack over there, he's a bitch. I can take him." You hear him go, and a little bit of suds sort of crawl down his throat or his chin. He goes, and he both slammed it down. He didn't do well in that one. He's already high intoxication. You see him.
We're right there, buddy.
Actually, you're not that drunk,
Yeah,
sir.
we took one for the team.
We are.
Guys, I am on what level? is
You're
that?
2, we're 3.
Only
I was
level
on
2.
2. Oh, okay.
You're now in 3
I got this.
Oh, now we're
I'm
all
on
equal
3.
playing
because you
field.
finished another round of 3.
Lord.
So you're at level 3.
Am I
He
allowed
looks.
lesser restoration myself, or am I too drunk for that?
Do you really want to?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Am I lesser
You know,
restoration
if we have-
sad if she
save-
goes and
save
takes
it
on
for
a
the next
lumberjack?
Save it for the next hit.
Yeah, what's the penalty?
So the penalty is a -5.
Oh.
Woo! That's worse than
Yeah,
I-
save it for the next hit. You
Oh,
might need it
Lord.
then.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna need
Lord.
another
I might
die.
be too drunk to figure out I need lesser restoration. If we're already
Lord.
level 3.
Write a note.
Lesser.
That's nice. That's real bad.
So what's ended up happening now, as 3 more glasses are taken away, 3 more glasses are put in front of you, and it's one of those things where it's the complete opposite of a man from a desert looking at a glass of water. You are looking at this and you're smacking your lips like, I'm gonna have to drink these, and it's become almost like this is no longer fun.
I hate my teammates. I really do.
You look at Steven, it's all like, you know what? We should get peanuts. Something salty. I want food. Can we get food, Vera?
Can I?
Yeah,
Can I?
why
throw
would I
a-
tell
can
you
throw,
no?
Like a vicious. Can
I
I
don't know,
throw a
you-
vicious gaze over at Savannah?
Yeah, of course.
I think
Roll
we
me
should get
intimidation
some of
check.
those
Like-
potato skins, but
-5.
maybe no cheese. Cheese doesn't sound good right now.
Intimidation.
It's
Oh my
really
God.
trying to intimidate me.
I think
rolled
Vera's
a
like
19.
sliding
19
up.
-5 is a 14.
You know how like
No, with the 5.
Oh snap!
Yeah, I'm proficient in intimidation.
So, which is funny because this is very intimidating, but it is Savannah. So what ends up happening is you hear this, Rolly, as you turn around, and in your mind, the most angry face you can give, like, stop having fun, I'm not having fun. What you see, Savannah, is Rolly turn and kind of go, like, a mixture of both anger and pleading.
is he constipated? What happened?
I'm confused.
I'm confused.
That's a good one. Actually, I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I can't make up.
I-
Yeah, is he constipated or sad? He looks sad.
I mean, I think he's mad. I think that's what he's going for, but maybe he lost
No,
control
no,
of his
he
face.
looks sad.
Lumberjack puts his forearm on one side of the glass, the other forearm, the other, just sort of making a small cage as he shudders a little bit, grabs the handle, looks you in the eyes, Rolly, as you turn back and go. And like, almost like, this has to happen.
I grab it. I start woozing a bit. Clank!
And it's one of those clanks where it's not full on, it's like, clank.
Clank!
I can just imagine the beers, both beers going.
Yeah, just a little bit of, and everyone goes, oh! And you hear, and I go, don't worry, we'll refill it. She
Oh.
tops you off a little bit. Number 7.
Alright, here we go.
Roll it again.
Mm-mm.
He's not doing well. He's at. Oh no. Okay.
Can you use lucky on Rolly?
No,
13.
unfortunately, I can't.
Yes, you can. I
So 2 things happen.
was like, Quinn does it all the time.
You clank
Yeah.
it, drink, slam down the glass. Nothing left in it.
Uh-oh.
You look over to him. Same thing. He puts one elbow onto the table, looks you in the eyes. And the moment he's about to speak, just a little bit of whatever beer was still stuffed in those cheeks that he couldn't swallow just starts to go.
Yeah. I think you had a little leakage there, buddy.
It's like a frozen man as he...
Hey. Yeah.
Hey, Rolly, just do this, I think. But try and aim.
Just pretend it's me. Go push.
Can I roll to see if I connect with my finger?
Yeah. Roll.
He's like-
This will be an unarmed attack, -5.
Hold on. We're moving. It's not moving.
Fantastic! Fantastic! Alright. It's gonna be a very, very low roll. Which is fitting.
Which is accurate.
9,
Tell me you beat...
8.
You're seeing double. You hit the wrong guy.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes! That's exactly what I wanted!
And
Yes!
you just-
I thought he was gonna fall.
Go poke him.
Ah! Hey, buddy.
He's not doing well.
Oh, I know. Why don't you mage hand poke him?
I'm gonna go, while they're talking, I'm gonna go grab the next one.
Uh-huh. He hasn't moved yet. He's frozen, and he sees you do this. Like, the only thing really moving is his eyes as he sees you do that. Leans over and looks at his. Reaches out
Maybe we should
and
move a
knocks
little.
over the glass and just face plants into
Hey!
this. You hear everyone start to cheer along with you. Oh, yes! Immediately, Edda brings over the gold, slams it right next to you, Rolly, puts a shoulder on, like an arm around your shoulder, and he goes, "There you go, big man." Rolly? You all right? By the way, you're
Right.
now at 4.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Good thing we have
Alright.
Lila, because she's gonna have to carry him, because there's no way in hell we're carrying him. We can't even
Alright.
carry
No,
ourselves.
you left
What's-
a reservation him again.
What's
Wrote
the,
the note, right?
what do you call it? What's the,
What would this be
Ah.
considered? Like the condition?
no, what's the penalty? There you go.
Oh, the penalty. So technically you would have disadvantage on everything.
Okay.
So you technically
So,
have
like,
disadvantage on
exhaustion?
saves, checks, attacks. Yeah, pretty much any roll that would occur is at disadvantage.
Ooh, wee.
Okay. I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna say, "Good night! Thanks for the free beer."
You just hear the guy is face planted down, and slowly you just see a hand rise and goes just out.
Hey!
The night is filled with these excitements. It's filled with these libations. It's filled with these moments of joy. It's been a while since you guys have been able to cut loose like this, and it is truly and utterly healing. As the fire continues to roar within the cliff-covered inn, eventually, it becomes too late in the night where it's time to rest. Rolly specifically needs to sleep soon, as his body is no longer holding himself up, and it's hard to hold up that body. Anyways,
I can just see him laying on Lilo now, just
Yeah,
like.
hold on. Let me
soft.
get her out of my pocket. Try to shake
It's
the
like,
bear.
Lila, go deal with that.
it is an inn.
Ooh, it's a leather chair.
She's not a leather
Leather.
chair.
Mm.
I
And
would have
just,
went with fur.
Rolly, you just feel a warm tongue cross your cheek.
Ah, so comfy.
It's the warm fur. It is an inn, so you guys do have rooms if you want to take some rooms.
How are we gonna get the bear up the stairs?
Can bears not climb stairs?
I mean, they can. I don't know if she's gonna break any with Rolly.
Hey, you gotta take the good with the bad.
All right. Well,
I mean, we'll fix whatever she breaks
do they have
in the
like
morning.
a fish I can bait her up there with?
She's your familiar. She'll do what you say.
Oh, okay. Take them up the stairs. Try not to break anything. And then I'm trying to like count some silver pieces out for some potatoes.
Yeah, you guys enjoy some food. Probably have some food on the waiting when Rolly finally wakes up. Eventually, it comes late in the night where you guys are exhausted, tired, and it's time for sleep. As your eyes close, darkness sets. And the comfort, warm bed that you're sleeping in, looking out the window, you can hear this rush of cool wind, and the flurry of snow covers the window to a blank white as we fade into white. 3 months before, still within this downtime, you guys awake, looking out a frost-covered window within the Books and Brew. During your downtime period, one of these days, you went back home to the Books and Brew, stayed in your rooms, comfort, and what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh goodness, familiar. Yeah, familiar space, and that's just sort of an on comfort. What is? And again, you're not drunk or anything. This is just sort of one of the days in the past. What is your morning routines?
We've been drunk for forever.
So we're back at the Books and Brews, and for once we don't have a pressing issue on us.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
How does your morning routine begin?
I think I'm probably up the earliest, knowing these two.
Yeah.
I'm probably up the earliest. She probably.
I can imagine like Vera's outside charging her shield, and by the time I come downstairs, I'll just start the coffee while I'm waiting on her.
Yeah, I probably charged a shield and probably took up Uthiel's old stupid routine of like doing laps with this thing. While she's charging it, she just puts it on her back.
Are you getting outside with your shield, with your armor or without your armor?
She does not trust
Roll me
anything.
a stealth check to get out without waking your friends.
Oh, she probably does wake them up. Can I mean, guidance if I know I'm going to do it?
Yeah, of course.
My whole thing is like if we've been together for almost a year now and we've heard this sound, we probably know to sleep through it.
Yeah, the DC is going to be a lot higher, or a lot lower, I should say.
Where the hell are my D20? Oh, they're there. Like, which packet?
Just got a coffee ground.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
It's okay.
Well, it wasn't too bad. Oh, D4. Damn it. Well, without any buffs, and I don't think I have any, it's 21. 17 plus 4.
21. You guys are you're pretty good. You're able to allow your friends to sleep and begin their morning routine how they wish, but it's a bit of an exercise for you, Vera, considering the fact that when you go outside, it is again Alrak,
cold.
very north, very cold. It's a fresh coat of snow on the ground as you have to try to do your morning run and jog in the snow, which is almost like running in sand. It's a lot different. You know, it's very different than just running in the forest.
She definitely doesn't do it for comfort. She just does it to get a little bit stronger.
As you're doing that, having your shield being charged, Savannah, you wake up, go downstairs. Vera, you return as the smell of coffee beans is being brewed.
I think I borrow Sav's stone on the daily so I don't smell like sweat, even though I probably like just smell like snow coming out from outside.
Have you guys actually taken a bath?
We just use the rock, man.
Gross.
It keeps us from, having stink lines. I think if we're there, we probably take baths.
I mean, if we're home, I
Yeah.
can imagine at some point there is a bath to be had.
There, you guys in your tower, there is no like bath space, but there is bath houses. So we could say that.
Yeah.
If we're in Alrak, a bath is to be had.
Yeah. We'll say that was sort of one of your free actions, like, or free moments of like, hey, I'm going to the bathhouse.
I need it.
But Savannah, you're making coffee. Vera, you're coming back. Rolly, I'm assuming the last one to wake up. Yeah.
Need my rest.
It's like coffee and food is what gets him up.
you guys all convene downstairs as you start to enjoy your breakfast and your coffee together. It's a quiet moment that honestly is nice. You all hear then, as the morning continues, the familiar sound of the echoing knocking of someone at the front door of your magical tower.
Who is that?
Do we have a peephole?
I thought we did.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna look through the peephole.
You look outside and you see sort of the fish lens view of what looks like to be Igno,
Oh.
Roman at his side, and Roman, who currently is holding the hands of a little girl.
Aww. Hey, Sav, your boyfriend's here. Anyway.
What?
I'm gonna open the door.
He just kind of cough into my coffee like.
Picture here. Anyway. And I'm gonna open the door. Oh.
There we go. Yeah, you open the door, unlock it. The arcane elevator swishes them inside as Igno quickly, the old man, this elderly old, pale skin wizard guy, sort of spots on his head, already sort of balding a little bit, thin hair, hunched over because of his old age. You see a bit of sweat starting to, it's cold outside, but he's sweating from the outside as he comes in. He goes, "Greetings, greetings, child," and sort of motions towards the little girl. "We're in a spot with a lot of books. Find yourself a book. Be quiet. Sit in the corner."
We've never had a child in this establishment before.
I think we probably have, just not like near the bar.
I kind of go to the child and like, "Hi."
She kind of looks at you, and so the child has this brown hair. It's almost puffy like a fro, where it, instead of like staying upwards, it actually sort of comes down and is just sort of like it's almost like she put her finger into a socket and just got fried, as it's just brown, deep brown eyes, pale skin, petite form, as she's wearing sort of a floral dress that looks like it has a bit of stains, a little bit, as she quickly, from the request of Igno, goes to one of the bookshelves within the Books and Brew, tries to find something that she could read, and as you sort of come from the right side of her, she kind of looks to you and she goes, "Hello."
What's your name?
And she quickly looks over to Roman. Roman kind of like gives like, "It's okay, you're fine," motion. Penelope?
Hi, Penelope. Do you want some food?
Looks over to Roman. Roman's like, "These are friends. It's fine." "Okay."
Is she in
I
trouble
kind
or
of
something?
give him a look because I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, and I just kind of grab her hand. I'm like, come on, let's get you some food.
Put her onto the bar stool, and she patiently waits. Igno kind of
Serve her some breakfast.
coughs a little bit, sits on one of the comfortable chairs that you guys have here where people can drink and read on their own. Gives a heavy sigh. And you see he looks a bit grumpy and tired. Roman looks at sort of the expression that he's given, rolls his eyes, and goes, "Sorry about him. He's apparently spent a lot of magical energy while at the castle and had to walk here from the sanctum." You hear him go, "I'm an old man. I can't expect to walk in these conditions anymore." Ridiculous.
Well,
A lot of magical energy and a child. One of you need to get talking. What gives?
Yeah.
Um,
Is she like a chosen? A baby chosen?
Oh, no, nothing of the sort. Actually, kind of coincides with what I wanted to talk to you about. That's Roman's thing. Roman kind of gives like emotions, like, yeah, there's a few things happening.
She's not your child, is she?
No.
I just kind of really look at him like, what?
No, I have a job.
Well, you
It's-
were like, that's your thing, so I was like, that's real vague.
What the hell, guys? All right.
That's vague. If I showed up with a
And also,
kid at your
she's
door.
not even in clean clothes. I kind of cover her. She's not even in clean clothes if that's your child.
Oh my god.
Well, you could let her use the rock, Sav.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Feed her first.
Anyways, no, that we've apparently Igno has some new information, and that kind of requires my attention, and he's trying to find the words, and immediately Igno kind of interrupts him and goes, "The phylactery shards."
Oh.
Well, I found a little bit more information about them. Care to hear?
Yes.
Well, the one that you provided me, the green one, I've learned a great deal in the time that you've lent it to me. I was led to believe that my disintegration spell destroyed the shard that was housing, in sort of motions to you, Rolly, Mr. Barnwell's soul. That was my assumption.
That's the purple one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's no longer here. I've learned that, unfortunately, that was not the cause of destruction. As far as I can tell, from at least the experiments I've been doing on the green one, these phylactery shards are nigh indestructible.
What?
What do you mean?
My spell was not the cause of the destruction. Something else had an influence. Some kind of external force. And, Rolly, the thought occurs to you, the deal that you made with Dendar.
Oh boy.
He continues.
I'm assuming it Broly does. I kind of hear "oh boy." I'm like, what do you mean "oh boy"?
Oh boy.
Well,
I mean, he did tell us about that.
Well, anyways, it has to be some sort of external force. I know this to be true. Nothing on this material plane can destroy these phylacteries. And he kind of gives like a hush of awe. Roman kind of taps him on the shoulder. And him on the good news. Well, we underestimated, obviously, the Mad Queen. Why would these shards be left onto a world where any harm can befall them? Because nothing can destroy them. Shifting them to an external plane will make them inert, yes, but it does not mean they are destroyed. Now, the purple one we can confirm. We all saw it with our own eyes that it's gone. Now, you've all mentioned that you've discovered a red one, correct?
About that.
I mean, we don't have it in possession, but we did discover it.
Okay. Is that one on the material plane?
I don't think so anymore.
Does a stomach count as the material
Yeah,
plane?
does the stomach of like a semi-god weird figure count as a different plane?
If it is in the possession of a god?
I don't know if it's a god or like a powerful being. It's kind of wasn't really explained.
Okay. Well, if this being is of an external force, then we might be safe. It could be inert right now.
Seemed like it. That makes sense.
It seemed like it. It hungered for it, which actually makes sense now that it hungered for it.
Question, then why the hell does she have genies guarding them if they can't be destroyed? Why would you even need a guard?
Well, if you were to shift them in another plane, that's essentially removing them from play. Still need a guard. Sort of like taps his head, just think about this. All right.
Also, like, it's the way to keep track of them.
That's
Yes.
true too. And if you wanted to sacrifice souls to the actual shard, it needs to be here for that to happen.
Yeah, I can see why she's pretty pissed with us, but you know.
Roman goes, we're talking about the red one, we're talking about these. Perhaps we should focus on the green one that's sealed in your vault. Right, yes. Well, I had a thought. A long shot, but still a thought. Again, nothing on the material plane can destroy these things. And it is weak when it's outside of our plane. We can attempt to ask a powerful being that's not of this realm to perhaps destroy it in our stead. Now, mind you, this is easier said than done.
What do you mean by, like, powerful being?
Well, there are a few examples throughout history There are stories of archfey from the Feywild, royal genies from the elemental planes, perhaps a servant of a god within the outer planes. The last option that comes to mind isn't really ideal, but it is valid. And we can try striking a deal with the devil. All these options are valid, but it is asking a powerful being from an external plane to do our bidding. Again, easier said than done.
I mean, I think the genie would probably do it, but I'm not saying her name because then she shows up.
That's kind of where I was going. I'm like, doesn't she? The genie still owes us a favor.
No,
I
she
don't
came
know
and
if
fought
the-
Evergrey. That was her favor.
Yeah, I don't think a genie could do something. I think what he's saying is maybe a god.
Well,
The same being of not of this realm. Does your uncle know anyone who might be interested? Or could your uncle do it?
I mean, we're Fae, but we're not Archfey.
and
my-
you,
I mean-
so confirm, you know a genie?
Yeah.
Was it a royal genie?
We didn't get to asking her if she was royalty. I don't think
Generally,
so.
royal genies stay within their palace.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
well, there's
The-
the
no.
big blue guy, but
I
yeah,
thought we got rid of him.
We got rid of it.
we gotta get rid of him.
Well,
I think
within the elemental,
genie
you've
talking
been
about.
to the elemental planes.
No, we've been to the Feywild.
Then it probably wasn't a royal genie.
Yeah, I mean, I could ask my dad. I mean, he was from there. He's just here by second nature. But, like, I mean, I could ask. And she just, like, points to the
Yes.
points to the
Yes.
sun.
Yes.
But I don't
Now
know.
we're on to something here. Why don't we ask Palor? I mean, these things are evil and they go against what Palor stands for, right? Right? Right?
I mean,
Right?
Roman kind of
that's
clears
a big ask.
clears his throat, and he goes, "Well, we're not. There's no way we would be able to get a physical audience with a god. We're thinking maybe a direct servant of a god. If you think Palor." She kind of
There's
motions
one right here, and I point to Vera.
Vera, you are a very talented and powerful person on your own. I'm talking a direct servant, like someone who works alongside them
He did
on their plane.
make me my husband's patron, which I don't kind of understand. But, yeah.
Someone who is from the outer planes. Regardless, this is where, and he kind of motions to Penelope, and he goes, this is sort of where this confusion comes in, is,
Don't tell me we're making the child do it.
no. You see Igno kind of crosses his hands and goes, yes, someone who can't say no to a sad story. Anyways,
Why are you mad that he took the kid? Jeez.
I'm kind of getting irritated with Igno every time he just says something crass about the child because I'm like,
Listen,
what?
I know you're like, you've done us a lot of favors. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it. But don't take it out on the kid. She can't help it.
I'm not angry at the child. I'm angry
Okay,
at our little one here. Sort of motions
Our
to
little.
motions to Roman and goes, obviously.
Why are you mad at him for taking the kid?
okay, why is the kid here?
Okay.
Let's get to this.
Pause. We have more pressing matters. Agreed? These
I thought the
phylacteries.
kid was part of the pressing matter.
Allow me to explain. We have more pressing matters to attend to, correct? These phylactery things are
Yes, the lich is
major problems.
forever pain in her butt.
Yes.
Me and Roman are allowed and are essentially have access to our royal archives within the Alrak Castle. And sort of motions to Roman to finish and goes, well, Penelope's father is feeling a bit under the weather. So is our little friend here. Motions to Penelope as she kind of turns around, has an egg already in her mouth, and she chews it, rubs her nose, like sort of from like elbow, or not elbow, like from the wrist down. And you all start to notice, especially with Vera's high perception, you see that there are like scratch marks, like she's been itching herself on her neck. The moment of sickness mentioned, you can see that there's a lot more sweat coming from her brow too, as there's clear signs of some sort of sickness. She actually sniffs and goes, kind of looks to you, Vera, and goes, "You smell like sweat and snow."
Yeah, that's about accurate. I was running in the snow.
I agreed to bring young Penelope here to her uncle, who is apparently a very powerful mountain shaman who can help with the sickness. Unfortunately, I made that promise the same time that our friend here, Igno, found out more information about the phylacteries and needed my assistance. So I'm wondering if you guys can maybe do this on my stead.
Now I see why Igno's mad.
You see Igno go,
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a kid, but like, just add it to the list. I think that's the idea, is why he's mad.
So wait a minute. You guys are trying to resolve our important issue and you dump the kit on us?
Yeah, I can see why that's a little annoying.
it was just by luck that I ran into her father, and we got to talking.
Wait, is she contagious?
You see,
do we know what the sickness is?
She spins in the stool and goes, "Papa says it's
genetic?
He goes, you got it. Yeah, it's genetic. Something that she got from her mother, who sadly isn't here anymore."
Oh, you're so precious.
It's not the same thing Rolly had, is it?
I don't think they met him when he had it, so.
Oh.
Also, Rolly, you know this. It only affects men.
They know too. They were there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll just let them come to that conclusion themselves.
In typical fashion, she's speaking before she thinks.
Give
so.
it a
Yeah,
second.
they'll remember.
One
Mhm.
moment.
Roman kind of goes, yeah, I mean, the uncle is part of the mother's family, so apparently he's lived through this, knows how to treat it, handle it.
Man, I hope this isn't another we pissed off like a ugly god thing again. That was rough.
I mean, the shaman said he can fix it, so he can deal with it.
I just need someone to bring her to him.
And where is he?
He sort of brings out a map, slides it over, and goes, "He is a bit northwest from here, probably a 3-day travel, but I know you guys can get there quick because I've seen you do it before. I almost fell off of it once." He kind of like shudders a little bit. There is a few tall mountain points called the Blue Sheet Point. There should be a path that you can see that leads from the bottom of the mountain up to the top. It will lead you to a group of nomads, sort of mountain nomads called the Horizon Watchers. That's where her uncle, and if you need an Uncle Ka, is. He's one of them.
I mean, we're not going to tell you no. And someone needs to take care of her, because look at the job you two been doing.
I think Vera does laugh a little bit. Anyway. Sorry. Does he know she's coming? Or are we just gonna show up and get, like, shot at?
We've sent message.
Did you get a response?
We are being expected. Or she is being expected, so that is fine. You see Igno go, "Yes. With that all out, straightened out, what avenue should we take about the phylacteries? Should we locate perhaps a direct servant, a Palor? Maybe find and locate a royal genie? You've known one before, so maybe you can handle another one." You said your uncle is from, or you and your uncle are from the Feywild. Do you want us to research maybe an Archfey?
I can ask my dad, but I mean, yeah, I mean, he's better with getting in and out without the weird timey-wimey thing. If I do it, it's kind of, we may come out and then it's like 2 weeks or 2 years, like when we come out here, so.
Okay.
Fine.
So, where should we put our efforts in?
I guess the Fae.
The Fae is probably our more, at least on top of my head right now, most direct line.
Yeah. I think that should be the best route.
I'm trying to think if we have any other favors with any other, like, beings right now.
Not really.
Okay.
Oh. Wait. Did you use a vampire in any of this? No?
Vampiric beings are usually created within the material plane. So, unfortunately, that wouldn't fit the bill.
I was gonna say, you know who, lady with the red eyes, but maybe not.
So you know an Archfey?
No, I'm gonna ask my dad if he does, because he's way older than me. And
so you don't need us to do research then?
I think you should do research on a different topic. I think let us do the Fae,
okay,
and then you do something else.
My initial request was, where do you want us to do research in? What avenue are we going with?
If she's going to do the Fae, then why don't you guys look for our genie option?
Yeah.
Genie fine, or servant of the god, or devil?
No devil. Maybe
no,
servant of the god.
Yeah. Servant of the god sounds good.
This is like, yeah, servant of the god sounds like a good route. We'll start there.
Understood. I'll see what I can find.
I think we're going to take a baby break.
Yeah?
He woke up.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll end it like this, and we'll continue from the baby break. Is that Igno and Roman nod. Already, Igno is starting to spout off like locations of within the royal library where he can maybe find more details of Pelor and well-known beings that are almost like celestials, other creatures that are direct hands of Pelor and who we might be able to contact. They leave the books and brew, and you guys are left alone as you hear the sound of the metal twirling of the stool that Penelope's sitting on. She turns around, it stops, she looks at you and goes, "Finished."
1 second. And I bamf out Lila. Play with her for a moment.
I was gonna get her cleaned up because dirty dress, frizzy hair. Like, what did these men do?
All right, you're gonna ride on top of Lila to the bathhouse because we don't have a bath here.
How would you take a shower? We'll go upstairs. Come on, Lila. No, I'll take Lila the kid upstairs so we could get her situated.
How's she gonna fit in the elevator?
I was gonna say, point of order, as Lila is bamped out, she screams because a bear just appeared.
She's friendly.
You can say that calmly as you wish, but she still screams, almost like jumps onto the actual bar top, and already is starting to like just not paying attention, like whatever glasses are being hung underneath.
Wait,
like,
just watch. And I think I just sit next to like Lila and then pet her.
How old is the girl?
If you ask, she's about 6 years old.
Okay, in that case, I'm just like, how about this? Come here.
So point of what ends up happening is that as you say, no, Lila's fine. Lila pumps, bamps out and goes, with a yawn, so it's early morning. As the teeth is shown,
lay down.
Penelope goes, rah, and sort of like tries to play along with it, and then sees you spinning like, come here, and she just immediately sort of motions towards you. And
yeah, I'm just gonna grab her.
Yeah, she'll be grabbed, and that's where we'll take our baby break.
Okay. Why are you looking at me?
Hey everyone, we're back. All right, from our baby break, we got Caleb who just woke up, so I'll be doing my best to feed and to DM. So you guys have agreed to. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Good.
You guys are going to have agreed to take care of Penelope here, who is suffering from some sort of genetic sickness that she inherited from her mother. It's sort of a delayed reaction that's happening now. From what anyone with high perception, I believe, which would be probably Vera and Savannah. Actually, Roll, I think you have you're proficient in perception too, yeah?
Indeed.
Okay, I think all of you kind of notice the sort of the hair, as wild it is very dried out, so there's very little moisture. Almost like excessively growing to a point where it's like dry. No oil.
Is it like matted?
There is a bit of mat happening.
Okay, she's a witch.
There is a little bit of scratching, like her skin is not feeling well. Bit of scratching happening on the neck and sort of on the arms. There is profuse sweating happening, and there is a bit of a sniffle happening. So she has to like clear her nose a bit sometimes. There's a point where like you guys are talking quietly, and then she'll just sort of look to Rolly while she's not noticing, and just sort of grab one of his cloaks and just goes like any other kid would do.
So question, is she like very skinny, very bony, very pale?
She
More importantly, is she like bony?
Roll me a medicine check. Like if you can attest, like if this is something caused by a medical condition or it's just her.
Well, I'm not saying if it's caused. I'm just saying is her physical appearance that?
Oh.
Does she look very bony and
She's
not a lot
of
of meat on her? You know.
I mean, I would say that she's a thin girl. She does have sort of pale skin. I would say that you're not sure if it's the skin tone that she has is paler than what it should be or not. Like if it's overly pale or if it's just her.
Okay. Then does she have a mole on her nose?
A mole?
And more importantly, does she have a long protruding nose with a mole on it?
She does not.
Insight check.
You fail.
Oh.
But
You know what? I'll take that medicine roll though. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
curious. The plus that's going to be 18.
18. You start to attest her. Her skin tone is light and pale, but it's not overly pale where you're like, that looks very sickly. So the skin color's fine. Definitely the dried hair, as well as sort of the itching, sort of indicates a little bit of maybe dehydration or just not enough nourishment that she's getting. I mean, she doesn't look super thin. She's a kid, you know. I think what you get from that role as well is that she probably comes from a poor family. So it's not like she's always rolling in like expensive meats and cheeses and stuff. It's just sort of like whatever she can get for her and her father.
You said she was sweating. Is she like feverish or it's just?
You can, yeah, you place your paw, sort of like a little bit of the beans, on her hand or head, just sort of head. She has a light fever. Warmer than you would hope for, but it's not to a point where you're like, oh man, you're really sick. It's just sort of like, yeah, I could tell you're kind of sick.
I still want to bathe her because it's all like, what is with this matted hair and all that stuff? So,
can I try and lesser restoration her?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I know that's probably not going to resolve it, but maybe it'll tone this back a little bit.
You cast Lesser Restoration.
Well, I think I get to her level because I know she doesn't like Lila right now, so I just let Lila chill in the corner.
and I am still holding her, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So,
So I just kind of like hold my hand out a little bit and then let my hair glow a little bit and see if she's okay with it.
She looks to you like wide-eyed, and she goes, "Oh, wow."
Do you mind giving me your hand for a sec? I'm going to see if I can try and make you feel a little better.
Can you show me how to do that?
We could try, but I don't know if that's going to work.
Okay. And she reaches out, seeing the golden glow happening with your hair as she reaches out for your hand.
No, I just try and hold her hand and lesser restoration her.
As the magic flows through you, coursing through her own body, Savannah, since you're the one holding her, you can feel that her temperature goes down almost instantaneously. She like immediately starts to like feel the magic and sneezes hard. You see like a big clump of like mucus fly out.
Ew.
And you see the sniffling has stopped. And does that kid thing where like she leans into your shoulder, Savannah, started wiping whatever was left on her nose, on your shoulder and clothes, and she seems fine. She seems perfectly fine. And as
For
you
right now.
yeah, you wait for a moment to sort of assess to see if everything took, and immediately just a little bit of starts to clog up her nose. Her temperature starts to come back.
Yeah, that makes sense because if she was with Roman and Igno and they didn't try that, I really would have been questioning a lot of things.
I just figured it was temporary, so she wasn't so dang uncomfortable. I could try greater restoration. Maybe it'll last longer.
If we're going out on a quest, hold it.
I don't think we're going out today. We're going out today? I don't even know what time
It's
it is.
morning.
Oh.
And we have a 4-day travel, and they're expecting her.
How many days do you have on the carpet?
If we're fresh and brand new, I could pretty much just have to roll for it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the bath will help, and I can braid her hair so it's not a poof.
You want to do that?
Yeah, after the bath, I'd rather she be clean and then we do the braid.
Like I said, we could go upstairs. We'll give her a shower. Try to see if we have anything child-sized to put her in.
Easily enough done.
I mean, if we have stuff to fit Rolly in, we probably have something to fit this kid in.
I think you can concoct something a little bit here where you can sort of find a bunch of cloth, something that would fit a young girl. So why don't you tell me what you dress her in?
Oh.
You know what? Because I could see this working. We find one of Rolly's shirts, and we make a nice little dress from her, and would use rope to tie a belt on her.
Okay. Yeah. You find sort of like decorative rope that is for curtains. And so it's not like standard brown. You find like this nice like burgundy color belt or rope that you sort of tie around her waist.
Hold on 1 second here.
He won't miss it. I think I'm telling Sav that.
Hold on 1 second.
It's more for the size thing because I'm assuming a Rolly size shirt would be the size of a dress for a child.
We're at the Books and Brew, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's books.
Which means we're somewhere in Alrac, right?
Yes.
Right. And Alrac is a town, right?
Correct.
With shops.
Yes.
Like tailors.
I love the fact
We don't
that Rolly's the only one who has this thought.
We know this,
Oh
but we
my
don't got time for that, and we just want to make it out of
temporary
Rolly's shirt.
to get her
Oh,
clean, so we
my
can take her to the shops.
I hate
Because
you
I'm not
guys
taking
so
her out of
much.
the shop like this.
I hate
This
you
looks
so
like
much.
we neglected the child. I know what I said.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is my party. This is who I decided.
We're not
No.
sending her
Jordan.
all dusty and dirty. We're gonna bathe her and then put her back in the same old dirty dress.
No, we're
No.
gonna go get her clothes, but we're not gonna leave her with her looking like that. Like we neglected a child. That looks bad on us. We already have a bad reputation in this town.
What are you talking about? We neglected the child. That child came to us neglected. We are
Nobody-
taking care of
Nobody knows
knows
that.
Rolly.
Nobody knows that.
I don't care what other people think.
Listen,
I don't.
we don't need to add it to the list of crap we're already in trouble for.
I don't have that
You
many
don't
clothes to begin
even
with.
wear your shirt. So what are you complaining about?
What are you talking about? It's cold up here. Of course I do.
The one place you wear them, you'll live.
Okay, Rolly, it's literally going to be for half a day, until we get her new clothes.
So you're gonna cut my
Just look how
shirt.
cute she is in it. Because I imagine she has her braids from Vera. I'm like, look how cute she
She
looks.
has a dry braided hair. She's clean. A bit of the sweat wiped off. Rolly, you turn around and you see her walk in one of your shirts that has been altered a little bit. You see that the arm sleeves has been crisscrossed across her chest and then sort of rolls around her back and sort of is tied on her shoulders. And then there is a clear utility belt that is for curtains that is currently tied around her waist.
Okay, when you describe it like that, that probably looks horrible.
She walks out, she does a quick twirl, and she goes, "I'm pretty."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah?
Doesn't she pretty, Rolly?
Mm-hmm.
You say anything otherwise, I'm going to punch you.
And in that moment, Rolly starts thinking about possible tools to skin a cat and possibly looking at getting a can opener.
Was something wrong with my old dress?
It needs
Yeah,
to
it's
be-
just a little
no, it
dirty.
just needs to be clean, that's all.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe
But we're gonna get you a new dress so you can look nice for your uncle.
Okay.
maybe she hides behind the bear.
She doesn't like the bear.
Why not?
The bear.
Why don't you
I'm
like the
assuming
bear?
she came in with a coat, right?
Oh god, did she not come in with a coat?
No.
I want to kill these men.
Do you guys want to go outside to start shopping?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
just get it over with.
We'll just put her in one of ours. Anyone she fits coats to keep her warm
I
while
don't
we
think
go
she
do
fits,
this.
but
'Cause I got
I'll
nothing
give
else.
her whatever we gotta give her.
Whatever we got to keep her warm.
Here's my suggestion. Why don't you two ladies take her to the bathhouse, get her all nice and cleaned up? I'm gonna go to the tailor and see if I can get her a dress. And I start like,
Here, we'll take her old
Taking-
dress and say this is her measurements.
yes, thank you, I'll take that. And I will meet you guys back up at the bathhouse, and I will hand the dress over.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna fast forward a little bit because it's a very simple thing to do. First of all, Rolly, you walk outside with a dress, able to walk into the city streets of the main street, and it's easy to find a shop, a clothing shop that sells all types of sizes, even for kids.
I add and a jacket and some shoes.
And yeah, just make sure she's dressed warm.
But yeah, you were saying, DM, I'm walking in the snow, obviously
Yeah.
out of earshot for my entire party, so I can't hear what they're saying right now.
You live in.
I can cast sending.
This is an Alrac. Everything here is generally made for the winter. So easy enough done. Go ahead and minus 1 gold since it is a kid-size stuff for both jacket, boots, and dress.
It's like funny you say that, but they didn't put a jacket on the child to begin with.
So speaking of that moment, as you guys head outside to go to the bathhouse, the moment you guys step outside with Penelope in hand, she screams loudly, runs into the snow, and just face plants into it and starts to play.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a bad scream. You're just doing little
I thought it
weird
was-
kid stuff.
She lifts up her head as you see all the snow is sort of clumped into her giant fluffy hair, and she goes, "Huh?"
Nothing. Go play.
And you notice a little bit weird thing is that the snow and the weather doesn't seem to slow her down.
Huh. Come on, if you're not gonna ride, I was gonna say the dog, the bear. I'm just gonna lift her and put her up on my shoulders.
Yeah, you point towards Lila. Lila goes, "Mm-hmm."
It's
Like
nothing,
almost-
nothing towards you. You're just a little big, okay? So sometimes when people are smaller than you, you're a little intimidating.
As
Wait,
Lila kind
I
of
have
gives
a question for you, Penelope. That means you never met Violet, huh?
He
a,
brought the bear out.
she kind of looks at you and goes, mm-mm.
Looks
No.
like that, but different color.
So next time, if you ever see Mr. Roman again, ask him to show you Violet.
She
Finish the
doesn't
ball,
like
by the way.
Lila.
That's the point.
So as Lila kind of gives like a bit of a low growl, or not growl, but like a moan, just sort of reacting to your instructions, Vera. Penelope looks at Lila and goes, "Rah." Continues on.
You know you could pet her. She won't bite.
Rah.
All right.
Easy enough done. You guys meet up back at the bathhouse after a wash has happened. Her hair has been braided
Again.
again. Bit of the moisture has come back, but slowly starting to dry out due to the really dry, cool wind outside. It just seems like she can't really keep that moisture going, but might just be part of the sickness. Rolly, you come back with bags underneath your arms, with boots, a jacket, a dress, everything sort of underclothing as well to keep her warm. As you release it, show it to her, she once again does that kid thing where they just scream at a high pitch, where you're just like, have to, all right, thank you. She reaches in, starts to get dressed after some privacy, sort of finding a space where she can change. And she comes out. What is she wearing?
What's her? You said what was her hair color?
Brown.
Brown. Okay. I'd say she's wearing a little gown dress that's like Can I use a point of inspiration?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Savannah, what's a complementary color to purple?
Yellow.
All right, so she's got some like yellowish like ends and stuff, but the middle part is like purple.
Okay. Yeah, like almost like a gradient where its major purpleness slowly starts to fade into a yellow.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, and then she has a jacket upon her, some big boots, leggings to keep the legs warm. You see that she's never been anything this colorful. As she's like constantly looking at her clothes, she's like, "Wow."
I'm gonna ask her, "Do you like it?"
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll buy you some more, okay?
She goes, "Okay." And as you turn around, both Vera and Savannah see this. She's looking at Rolly like with excitement. A little bit of thing going. She goes,
No.
Huh?
You didn't happen to get a handkerchief, did you? Really?
No. Why would I need to do that?
It is
her
what
hands
it
are
is.
behind her back, sort of.
Wait,
Smiling.
why would I need to do that?
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm confused. Wait, you guys said get her a dress, not get her a handkerchief.
It's
What?
fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Are we gonna see Uncle Ka?
Uh-huh.
I just thought about something.
She's gonna be afraid of heights.
Yep.
How do you feel about flying?
You can fly?
Oh, not me personally. Oh, well, I mean in a way. But like
Kind of.
I don't want to summon a horse. That's a lot for today.
I want to fly.
You want to see something cool though? I can't fly, but I could do something just as cool.
Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming we're at the bathhouse, and I'm gonna look back to Savannah and Vera, and I'm gonna be like, hey, get her back. Meet me back at the Books and Brew, and then we'll figure out our next steps.
Okay.
Wait, where are you going?
Just meet me back there. I turn around and I'm like, see you later. And then like I literally just put all my energy into jumping as high and far as I can. Like I leap out there with my boots because they're made for jumping.
Yeah, the snow where Rolly was standing just like a car wheel that just goes full forward.
Was that Rolly's way of saying he wanted to race home?
I think he just wanted to show her how he could fly. But yeah.
You look over to Penelope, who is standing watching this, and then does a hop, and does a hop, and then a hop, and then Rolly literally leaves the scene as he just like the tick just.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going for.
And she just starts to hop until eventually she gets too tired.
Oh.
That's shit.
I don't hop towards the Books and Brew though.
Where do you hop to?
The tailor.
He just said he was gonna get her more clothes. Maybe he's gonna get her a handkerchief.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's go.
All right.
Hold on. I put her back on my shoulders.
She gets on your shoulder and she looks down to Lila. Rah!
You sure you don't want to ride her?
Mm.
I'll hold your hand.
Mm-mm.
You want me to ride her and you can sit
No!
Wait. What if you sit on my shoulders and I'll ride her?
Hmm?
Yeah.
I mean, see, look, I'll ride her and I'll just climb up the top of Lila.
The moment. So what happens is, as Savannah, you get on Lila,
I mean, Lila's big enough.
and Penelope is on Vera.
Oh no.
She grabs onto Vera's hair,
Oh,
sort of
no.
little braids,
Oh,
and
no.
she clicks her heels. She goes, go, 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 go,
I'm not doing that to Lila because I don't want to get thrown off.
I mean, if you want. And then I just like tap Lila on the butt.
Lila,
Oh, go.
I start sprinting, but I'm not keeping up with this bear. I'm just trying not to laugh.
go!
Yes.
I'm going. I told you could have rode the bear.
What are you getting at the tailor? Rolly.
I'm gonna get her as much outfits and boots and handkerchiefs as 6 gold can get me.
Perfect. Yeah. You get 6 more sets.
Cool. And then can I get them on like a bag or something?
You get like the gentleman who's running the shop is like, you're doing pretty good. That's a good father. You're buying her a bunch of stuff.
Oh no! She's not my no.
If
No,
it's
she's
for
not my-
if it's for a present, here, and he kind of starts to put the things into a big box and bow ties it.
All right, and then that's actually a tough one because I don't know what their sizes is. So I'm just gonna. All right, I'm gonna toy around with this. This ought to be funny. And I'm like, I'm also looking for a nice, comfortable dress gown thing that you would wear like, every day, but something a little bit prettier. For someone who's about yay high, and I'm gonna point to I'm gonna size up Vera,
Mhm.
and I'm like, and then someone who's like yay high, and I'm gonna do
A
like
little
Savannah.
lower.
An everyday dress. And the guy thinks about it for that size.
Yeah, something comfy. I know it's cold out here.
Those
but,
are certainly some tall women.
Well, I mean.
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I think Vera's like 6'2", 6'3".
I have no idea. I'm just gonna.
we
I'm gonna. I'm gonna eye it.
So he kind of goes into the back and he goes, I've only got one dress per size for that particular height. He brings out what looks like to be like a polka dotted black and white dress that's for the size of Vera, with what looks to be like one of the shoulders sort of goes across the chest and the other one sort of comes in here. It's sort of a thick material for everyday use, especially here within the cool weather of Alrak. What goes along with it is sort of like solid black long gloves.
All right. I want to roll to see if Rolly would think that would be a color that she would like, because Rolly has no idea. She's always in her goddamn armor all the time.
Roll me a
You've seen me in
intelligence check.
dresses. It's generally when I'm
No,
home.
wait, roll me a
Polka
d20.
dots is a
Yeah.
All right,
polka
so
dots is a choice.
You've
what
never
was that-
seen
was
her
I
in
rolling?
dots.
DM, what was I rolling?
Just roll a d20.
Okay.
Definitely say polka dots are a choice.
Yeah.
At rolled a 12.
Roll a 12. Yeah, she'll like it.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that one.
And the other one, for the size of Savannah, you see what looks like to be like just floral pattern of like bright pink flowers with a yellow inside, combined with what looks to be white and blue and purple. Just green vines all over it. Is just like someone got a garden and splash painted a dress. The way it is sort of shaped is that it is like full and conservative. Like there is no cut V. It's just sort of somewhat circular around the neck. It looks like more utility than it is like the floral pattern was added afterwards.
We're gonna look
Perfect.
At a-
She'll love that. I'll
upholstered
take it.
Like that
couches.
is this the Kardashian couch dress?
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
what it looks like. Yeah.
I was like,
She'll
we're
love
gonna
it.
look like
Perfect, I'll
upholstered
take it.
couches.
For couches.
They're not pretty couches either.
I'll take it. Perfect. Sounds like she'll love it.
Thought that counts.
So with those two sizes, that'll be 4 gold.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I have deducted a total of 10 gold.
All right. You return. Obviously, Lila wins with Savannah in tow. Savannah, you have a bit of the flurry of snow against your fur, as Penelope has even within her. You're always gonna get snow somewhere. She has it in her hair. As she goes, "We lost."
Oh, you could have rode the bear.
Oh,
The bear is
Good,
nice.
right, yeah,
She's just
the bear
big.
was so much fun.
it's a
Good
bit of
job.
huffing.
Just tap Lila.
Nudges
It's
against
like,
you.
I'll get you some dry meat inside, Lila.
She rubs against your leg. Vera kind of looks towards Savannah with a promise of meat and goes, like almost expecting. You see off in the distance just a little speck of a person going, slowly getting closer and closer. Eventually, landing with a large imprint.
Did you have fun wherever you went?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Holding a box. Oh, bag full of a
Yeah.
box
The
and a bunch
bag.
of other stuff.
It's like I grabbed like 3 of the dresses, and I'm like, hey, here you go.
She grabs it, is ecstatic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Wait. There's more.
Huh?
Give her the other 3. And the booties. And look, I even got you handkerchiefs because I'm supposed to get you handkerchiefs for some reason. I don't know. Ask these 2.
You see the math going in her head where she's like,
Penelope, you use it to wipe your nose. Not the clothes. You use the handkerchief to
You
wipe
use
your
the square
nose.
cloth to wipe your nose.
where am I going to put this?
In your pocket.
Yeah.
The dresses?
No.
No. The handkerchief.
Oh, okay. She grabs one and puts it in there.
I think she meant where's she gonna put the dresses.
You're gonna carry him.
Yep.
Fine. Oh, well, I was out there. I also got you guys perfect outfits too. And I grabbed the one for Savannah and I give it to her, and then I tossed the other one to Vera. I'm like, here you go. You're welcome.
What's the occasion for this?
Same question.
Well, I figured you'd really like this one because cats like plants and stuff. So like this is perfect and like right up your alley. And you were a tough one. I wasn't sure whether this would work or not. So I asked the tailor for a recommendation. He's like, this is the only one we have. And I'm like, oh, well, fantastic. I guess my choice is made.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
If I need to roll deception, I'm gonna guide myself.
Roll, you see Vera starting to cast a spell and then looks at you.
Danger sense. Danger sense.
Mm-hmm.
Danger sense.
So you may roll deception with disadvantage.
Disadvantage!
He's seen you roll guidance before.
Oh boy, that went good.
I mean, I just recently bought a crazy looking dress. Now I have another crazy looking dress. I look like a garden. Thanks, Rolly.
It's
13?
perfect. It totally screams Savannah. It's pretty, it's light, it's airy, and it's conservative. At least that's what the guy told me. It's perfect. There's Savannah written all over it.
I think Vera's doing a face like when Vosen brings her crap that she doesn't want, but she's trying to be nice about it. So she got a 13.
Roll me insight.
So she's just like, it's lovely. Trying to figure out why is there so many dots.
I rolled an 18.
Oh.
18. She's looking at it, and you could just imagine Vera wanting to rip this dress.
I say, listen, Vera, I know you don't like it, but either way, either you wear the dress or I go find a can opener. Your choice.
Wait, we're supposed to wear the dress right now?
I don't know.
This woman, the entirety of the time I've known this woman, she's
You've
been
seen me
like,
in regular, plain, not dotted dresses.
Hey, Vera, what are you wearing right now?
Armor, because we have to fight a lich constantly.
I tell you what, I actually think I know the perfect place you can wear that armor. I'm assuming this is after my whole escapades at the art gallery, right?
Okay, now that he knows I don't like
Yeah.
it,
So I'm like, I have a perfect place you can actually wear this dress,
At my
and you won't
funeral?
stick out like a sore thumb.
where?
You're welcome.
Don't say Feywild because they got nicer colors than this.
God, no. And then I started explaining to them this weird gallery experience I had.
It dawns on Rolly after this exchange that he himself did not purchase anything.
You can wear your costume.
Oh, we got
squeaking will
rid of it.
probably
We
even
got
be
rid of
appropriate.
Pretty
it.
sure. Did I not get rid of that at some point? I'm pretty sure.
I thought he held on to it for some
I
reason.
thought he held on to it, but we got rid of the squeak.
Don't remember. That's far. That's pulling back, man.
That's sorry. I know I'm pulling information.
I'm pretty sure I did because I don't have it. Oh no, I left it. I actually left it here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I left it at the Books and Brew.
So, for the
Costume
sake of
clothes.
brevity, guys, my God,
And
you
it's-
leave her dresses. Oh no, you have to bring. Yeah, you have to bring the dresses with you. So there's a box that you're carrying now. I'm assuming you leave the
These
very nice dresses that Rolly had bought Vera and Savannah here at the Books and Brew.
Yes.
And
They're
I
very
would like
nice.
you, Savannah, to go home and roll me 2d10s.
D10s.
For are you taking your carpet or are you walking?
Yeah, we're taking the carpet because that sounds like a walk. Hold, please. 1. There we go. That is a 5 and a 6.
5. So you may choose what's the cooldown and what's the usage.
How far is the place?
You were informed that it was like a 3-day travel, but with snow, that means it'll take, with flight, it would probably take probably a day.
It'll take the 5 cooldown and the 6 usage.
Okay. The carpet starts to appear due to the discus starting to create by thread until finally the carpet appears. Everyone starts to climb on. At first, Penelope is sort of surprised and then
Come on. Help her
gets
up.
on.
I think you need to put Lila back though, because
Oh yeah, I know. I've already put her back once you fed her.
Just perfect. And the carpet takes off. The cool wind rushes across your cheeks as Penelope does that sort of crisscross applesauce thing, puts her arms in between her legs, and is just sort of peering over the edge of the...
I think I have like one arm linked with her at all times because I don't want her to fall off.
Yeah, she is just looking over the edge and almost not afraid by the height difference, just sort of just ecstatic to watch the world pass by as clouds and the flurry of snow rushes across your cheeks. It's cold. It's always cold whenever you travel up here north. You can see down below numerous tree lines. It's very sparse, but you can see trees. And off in the distance, several peaks of mountains that sort of scatter the lands of the domain. You eventually, with all of your passive high perceptions, you can see down below that there is a pathway that leads off to Mirabite, and slowly one path reels off northwards. And the path starts to become a bit scattered, wild, due to sort of the wild nature of here, sort of covering whatever man-made structures are here. But you can slowly see a path that starts to crawl up what looks to be a blue-tipped mountain point. Winds start to increase in terms of intensity, to a point where you can feel the carpet starting to almost struggle with as it starts to push it across. One massive wind push hits you all. I would like all of you to make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh, goody.
Danger sense.
Danger sense.
That's gonna be a 22.
Save. I don't have anything to that, so this is just a dice. Uh-oh. Oh, 11.
11. And then what did Savannah get?
22.
22. And then Rolly?
19.
19. Sorry. Oh, boy.
He's like, you left me on my mat. I don't want to be on here. Sir.
The only reason why Penelope doesn't fling off the carpet is because Vera has linked arms with her. As she gets flung up about a foot off the carpet, you have to grab her as she is midair. Carpet struggling, getting pushed backwards at a point due to the high winds being this far up. She screams, obviously, in fear. As you grab her, she clings onto your armor. She goes, I want to go down. I want to get down. I want to get down. Like,
Oh.
It's okay. It won't be that long. I think I just put her head on my shoulder. Here.
you can hear muffled screaming in your shoulder. I want to get down.
I know. Here. And I think I just like pull my hair down because it's always been up this whole time. And I just let it start changing color to distract her.
She starts hitting your shoulder.
Ugh. This reminds me of Zulia too much. Can we get down now?
Because I'm assuming we're flying, do I get an idea of how long this might last?
I mean, you have several days with your carpet. It's only been a day travel. But
I
as
have an
you,
idea.
I would like to...
I mean, I meant the wind condition. Like the turbulence.
Oh, roll me a nature check, I guess.
Hey, Rolly.
Like,
What
is-
you want?
Maybe you would be a better guard for this to block more wind.
Must be a 14.
14. It's
Is
hard
this
to tell
is this a
when...
fat joke?
No, you're huge.
Sure.
You're 7 foot. If you can't block wind, none of us can.
I go up to the front of the carpet and I just kind of like sit with my legs crossed. Or actually, I have my feet dangle in front of the carpet.
So
I don't know if that's wise.
there's a few things. First of all, with the 14, Savannah, you don't know. It's hard to... You're way up north than you've ever been. Like, you've lived in the domain, yes, but you really usually lived where it's not winter. Obviously, you lived here in Alrak, but this is going further north. This is going further up there. So it's hard to tell if these winds would subside, or maybe it's a cause due to the how high you are. Rolly, after sitting there and still feeling turbulence, realize it's not you blocking the wind, it's the fact that the carpet's being battered by these heavy winds.
Alright, so not
Isn't that
logic.
me?
I'm just hanging on to her like this.
She's hitting you.
And with that logic, I'm gonna try to fly down a little bit lower and see if that helps.
Yeah, you can fly a little bit lower. As you're flying, sort of lowering your altitude, I would like everyone to just roll me a perception check.
Jeez. Oh, now I get a natural 20. So I don't even know what that is now. Hold on.
That's gonna be a 19.
19?
30.
God damn.
Wow.
21 for
21.
Actually, no, sorry, 25 for me. Yeah.
I see everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
You guys all start to, Savannah, lowering the altitude of the carpet's flight pattern, feeling still the battering of wind hit you as you sort of have to mentally connect with your object of power, just sort of making sure that you're avoiding major hits and hiccups. Vera, like a eagle, looks down and you see a clear path where you can land safely. And in addition to that, you see that there is maybe a place where you can land, and you notice further in that on one of the peaks, about maybe an hour walk for where you can safely land, there is a twin set of bridges that lead into the actual mountain itself. It looks to be a cave.
All right.
And there's clear man-made structures here.
I point that out. I think we need to land over there. As this kid is smacking me.
Your shoulder is completely covered in snot.
Yeah.
Uh,
What else is new? Normally it's blood, so I guess this is an improvement.
wait, so we want to land near the man-made structure, or you want to land out to some distance until we know what that is?
I mean, I could go over there if you fly us close enough
I
to
don't
check
think
it
we
out.
want to go across the bridge. I think we just land safely where we can land safely.
Alright, I'll go with that.
How far are we from the bridge?
So
An hour walk?
An hour walk?
Yeah.
How far are we off the ground?
you're getting close, you're like maybe a few hundred feet away from the ground now.
Okay. I'm going to rage and I'm gonna jump off the carpet.
Well, okay, you do that. And you rolled a 20, you rolled 25 for your perception, yes?
Yep.
On your way down, as you are, we'll say about 200 feet, you notice as you're starting to fall quickly, everyone sees this, as Rolly goes, great, we're landing there? Perfect. Jumps off.
I mean, as long as I don't have to carry him.
Don't be like him.
Rolly, as you're falling, with a 25 perception, you
Free
notice
falling.
you notice about several hundred feet further down the mountain, looks like a bit of torchlight from several figures, and that vision goes away the moment you land, because you don't have that altitude benefit. As you land heavy and you look up, you fell 200 feet. That would be okay. I need to get my thing here, and this will be halved because you're raging.
I hope he's not, I look at Penelope, sleeping when we get there.
Rolly, you take 30 points of damage as you land. The rage burning inside you slowly starts to subside as you brunted that force, and right above you, about maybe 5 minutes away, carpet softly makes its way down.
Couldn't wait, huh?
Oh, that was fun.
It was like a comet.
Yes, exactly what I was going for. Yes. There were torches, moving torches somewhere.
I know you like to do that, but you ever think you may scare the crap out of whoever you're doing that in front of, and then they think we're hostile?
No, why do you ask?
I put Penelope down now that we're on the ground.
She sits down and she goes,
Uh-oh. Is there a
What's
tree
wrong?
around? Do you not have siblings? Anyway.
I dabbed Sedbro. Oh.
She's doing the happy dance. Come on, happy dance. And I try and look for a tree for her to go behind.
Okay. She follows you to the tree and goes,
I know. I'm not going to look.
"Can you sing?" Oh boy, we'll do that maybe.
I like hum a tune
Okay.
with my back turned towards her.
So it's night.
Oh,
Yeah,
a very low tune.
It's very dark outside.
In that case, I guess me and Rolly are trying to set camp somewhere.
Okay. Roll me a survival check for Savannah and Rolly as you start to set up a camp. Vera, you start to hum a tune as you
A quiet tune.
and she starts to try to cover up her own sounds.
13.
23 for Rolly. You said survival, right?
Yes.
Yes, 23.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a nice space to underneath a tree to sort of make camp, get enough cover from the winds and the snow as much as you can. As she finishes her business, walks to the, follows you, Vera, as you kind of see your friends starting to make camp. She definitely yawns, tired from the full day travel. How is your camp set up?
We could do
It
the
is-
tower. That is a pain in the butt, though.
I'm like, it's an hour walk, but I mean, do we really want to do that in the dark?
No.
Yeah.
If anything has, if our adventures out have taught us anything, we don't want to do that in the dark with a kid.
Yeah.
So,
Especially with a kid.
I'm assuming there's like a campfire. We have,
Hey,
I don't know, Rolly, you're the survival, 23 with survival. What's our camp look like?
maybe you should ask Felix to do his thing.
Oh no, I was thinking about that as well.
Alright,
Maybe
so-
don't do it looking towards the kid.
No, I'm gonna go scamper off, but we'll do this first.
I'm gonna attempt to look for a place with high grass.
Mm-hmm.
Or something that has a lot of trees. Like something with a lot of overhead trees and stuff. And I will kind of dig a hole into the ground. And when I get like, I don't know, maybe a good 1.5 by 1.5 diameter hole, I'll start throwing like branches of trees in there and I'll start lighting fire there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you rolled a very high survival. I'm allowing you to make your camp how you wish.
Yes, and I will like kind of dig a little hole into like a little tunnel almost, if you will, so that it can get like air.
Okay.
I think we need to take a baby break.
We're gonna take a quick baby break. He's getting kind of
He's-
frustrated.
He's
So
trying to Hulk his way out of Mike's arms.
we will continue to learn more about the camp that Rolly sets in a second. All right, and back. So Rolly, what does our campsite look like right now?
It looks hidden off the beaten path, trying to hide as much as possible the traces of an actual campsite
Mhm.
while still being a campsite. Building one of those like fire pits, if you will, where like you'll only be able to tell it's there due to the smoke. But because it's night, unless they have a very clear light, they're not going to see it. Or the moon is really, really bright. DM, is the moon really, really bright?
I actually had to write down what this might be. It's like it's not a full moon. It's like a half gibbon. Or it's
Okay, perfect. So they might not actually see it. Perfect. And yeah, it's just gonna be us. Like we're surrounded by like either tall grass or lots of trees or some combination of both.
Okay. As you start to settle down within this campsite, Penelope sort of looks to you all and goes, "I'm hungry."
Oh. Here we got food. Don't we have rations?
Rations.
Here. There's some rations.
She starts to pick through all the bits. Or starts to eat the jerky and leave sort of like the nuts and stuff.
Don't you have like dried owl bear?
Correction. Had.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. You swear that's gonna last.
And it was delicious.
You guys going to bed, or are we taking a watch?
I'm gonna take a watch.
I'm gonna go with Vera because once we put Penelope down, I have to do something that I don't want her to see.
Okay.
That being said, approximately what time of night is it?
It's
Give or
like
take.
maybe close to 10 p.m.
Okay, can I take like maybe 20 minutes to look around, see if I can hunt for some food?
Yeah, roll me a perception check. Because you don't, do you have anything that can, you have the globe.
I thought he had
That's
to give
best.
that to the tree dude.
Oh yeah, I don't have the globe.
Ooh, how are you saying, you'd have to do a disadvantage then.
What if I give him Lila to go with him? To like smell out something small.
You won't be able to communicate it with her. Wait, do
She
you want me
can
to go with you, Rolly?
understand.
I mean,
Kinda.
sure, yeah. I'm not gonna try to stray away too far from the camp.
Sure.
Like a
Just trying to
rabbit.
give like looking like for like around it, just a general sense of like, is there something here?
Okay, roll with
Yeah.
Lila's help. Roll me a survival check with straight roll, because she's giving
Straight roll.
advantage. You'd have disadvantage. Straight roll.
That is going to be a 19.
19. 5 minutes go by as you start to stalk the outer rim of the campsite, and as you start to walk, you can hear the soft pitter patters of your own feet going into the sunken snow, as long as, in addition to Lila, who's next to you. And then you start to hear something bouncing and bounding from whatever landing they did, creature, into a soft, pit of snow to another one. And as you start to train your eyes, and it's hard to tell what it is, but due to a bit of the light, you set up the campfire where it's hard to see. You just see a shadow just.
How close can I sense it to me?
It's about maybe 20 feet.
Okay, I'd like to stealth close to it if possible.
Roll me a stealth check.
Neat.
8.
That's gonna be good. No. I said neat.
Oh, neat.
That's gonna be good. It's gonna be 18.
18. Keeping low, you actually keep Layla back since she's sort of a larger figure, and it'd be best to make sure that you are going alone on this. You start to get close. With a little bit of the moon's help, you just see something white going into the snow, and you are getting close enough where you can take an action.
I attack.
Okay, roll me an attack roll. What are you hitting with?
My axe.
Got it.
That's the only thing I have. Oh, actually, wait. I have. I realize I still have my longsword. I never used it, but I have it.
You're carrying a longsword and a...
Yeah, because I've always traveled with a longsword, but I never actually used it because I just like the axe more.
Mhm.
And I said in a stream or two ago that I meant to put it away, but I just realized I never put it away.
Okay, I mean, it's your downtime. You could have said, you've done it later. So do you
Yeah, we'll say I still have it for now.
Okay.
I'll just use that.
You see your weapons crisscross. You select the longsword and roll me attack roll.
All right. Ooh. That'll be 26.
26. Hit something.
Poor bunny.
You move up, reach out. You see that you've cleanly cut the head from the body. And as you start to examine what you hit, you see that it is an Arctic fox.
Hmm.
Back at the campsite, because this is what you were doing 20 minutes prior to watch, Penelope is sort of looking around at the darkness, looking at the stars, and goes,
Use your handkerchief.
use the handkerchief to wipe her nose. And she kind of looks around. The sound of can be heard. And she kind of perks up to look at it, like what's happening. And she goes, Your friend got a fox.
How do you know?
My Papa would take me hunting. Smells like a fox.
Pretty good sense of smell if you smell it all the way from here.
Well, you come back with a fox.
Oh.
We can eat this, right? Should be edible, right?
Yeah, you have to skin it and cook it, but yeah.
I'll take charge of that. And I begin the process of skinning and preparing, dressing, if you will. Like I dressed the owl bear. Remember that? I could do this.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that.
Easily done. I'm gonna roll over your survival check to find the thing. You've done this numerous times. You'll also work with animals plenty of times that sometimes have to be killed. So not a hard thing for you to do. Food is had. You all start to share a little bit of the fox, though some of you might attest to it.
No, that was Amber. That was a Vera. Vera hunts.
Perfect. Not a problem then. So Vera and Savannah are taking first watch.
What? Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your perception checks.
Another natural 20, so 30.
Hey.
24.
24. So far, looks pretty clear. Nothing to be worried about.
Because we're out and we're out of view of sight from Penelope, I am gonna use Felix just to see if there's any like weird trap doors or anything within the round area of us.
Circumference.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, what is the word? It's there.
The-
Circumference of us.
Translucent tendrils strike outwards as you feel the spore-like entity, Felix, streak from your body, stretching its will outwards into the 120 feet, all around, digging into the ground itself, trying to find anything that might be underneath you, too. After a minute or two, just sort of this orb of blackness just back into your nose and mouth and any other orifice that you have, and you immediately hear Felix go, clear.
Thank you. So we're good.
Apparently, that kid can smell like I don't know. Rolly was a decent part away, and she knew he killed a fox before he even brought it back.
No, I caught wind of that too. Do you think it's a natural gift or is part of whatever's affecting her?
Have to ask her if she had that before she got sick or after she got sick.
Is she sleeping right now?
She's asleep.
Okay. That
Well, Rolly,
That's-
this is taking watch, though. So you would have to be resting to
okay.
take your long
Technically,
rest.
you're sleep
I
too.
was like, Rolly's like, by the way.
then I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, another thing is like, do you think she's sick, or you think she's cursed? Because you did that and it came right back. That's not normal.
I was thinking about it, but I mean, even when Rolly had it, I got rid of some of it. It didn't come back. So I don't really know what that means. So, I mean, this just kind of was 10 seconds and then just poof back there it was. Genetic is interesting. And her mom already died from it, I'm assuming. And her dad's sick from it now.
Her dad's sick from it.
Like, part of me wanted to ask Roman, like, why aren't we taking the dad too? Because is she gonna be an orphan? Like, what are we gonna do with her?
You all hear far in the distance.
Oh, shit.
But far, far.
Far.
See if she wakes up and doesn't smell a damn wolf.
Let's just hope it's down in the smell and we'll handle it if it comes.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the end of your watch?
Think so.
Rolly, it's your turn for watch. As lady sleep wakes you up. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage because
It's in the dark.
it's in the middle of the night.
Oh, nice. Okay. Perception. 25.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage. I rolled an
Nice.
18 and a 17.
Very good. You keep watch. Quiet for the first hour or two. And as your watch starts to end, you could see just like tiny specks further down the mountain. As you start to do your whole scope. Small flicker of torchlight. Fire.
How many?
With that high of a roll, you can see... It's hard to get an exact number, but more than 4.
Are they grouped up as one, or is there like segmented off?
Again, kind of hard to tell, but it does look more like grouped.
Okay.
And your watch comes to an end as a little bit of the... It's still like dawn, still like nighttime a little bit, but the sun is slowly starting to rise as the horizon starts to become this orangey purple pink color. As everyone starts to come to.
Good morning, sunshine.
You guys start
I
to
just
wake
kind
up.
of look at really like, what?
Wake up.
Penelope stretches, yawns. Are we going to see Uncle now?
I think so.
Oh, that's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay to get back on the carpet?
Mm-mm.
You want to get on the bear?
Mm-mm.
You're gonna walk?
Lift me.
So you're gonna have her walk?
Yeah.
So listen, little one. I know you don't like the carpet, but if you want to see your uncle, it's the fastest way. If we walk, it's gonna take us forever, and we're gonna have to keep stopping, and you're gonna get dirty, and it's not gonna be fun.
I don't care about getting dirty.
You're
But
gonna
you
get tired.
But are you gonna care about it taking longer? We could see him faster.
And you may be able to help you get rid of the sniffles there faster.
How much further?
How much further?
You guys parked like an hour away from...
Like an hour. At best, if we don't stop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Come on. Oh, look, I'll carry you. We're an hour away from where we stopped, so we got to go back there and then take the carpet further, right?
No. So you're an hour away from
The
the cave
uncles.
entrance.
Oh!
In that
Okay.
case, I mean, it's only an hour. I guess we can walk it.
I mean, how long would it take us to get there in the carpet?
Still pretty heavy winds. You don't know.
You know what? Maybe she's best you don't fall off the carpet. Let's go.
All right, here, come on, I'll carry you.
Okay. She bounds over to you, really, and she's almost like trying to duplicate what you were doing back an hour. Actually,
I make a mental note of it and think, God, it's so precious.
you guys continue to travel up northwards, up the path, and you start to notice that though it is fully snow covered, there are man-made, like there is a pathway underneath all the snow. You see, like lined bricks, something obviously man-made in this space. As you continue going up and up and up to a point where there are no further peaks that you can see out, and you just see outwards across the expanse of the domain. You can see just clouds underneath you. And just
I also, sorry, I forgot. I let the party know about the torches and all that I saw earlier.
okay, yeah, you share that.
Yeah.
What do you
Wonder who
guys
that
say?
is. Well, they said there was a group of nomads. The Horizon
I would say that
Watch.
because we have the nomads. Hope they're friendly.
We didn't ask.
The Horizon Watchers?
That's
Mhm.
Yeah. You guys continue to go upwards. The snow itself no longer hitting the ground as you guys are above the clouds. There's small flurry of just whatever wind is pushing upwards, but it's not heavy enough where you are impeded by snow. There is sort of still frost as the weather itself is still pretty cold up here. Covered stone and rocks. And as you start to head upwards over this peak, you start to see outwards what looks like to be a structure, a archway built into the side of whatever's left of this mountain. Clear torchlight up here. There are 2 heavy-looking boulders, 4 of them, sort of in line, that have heavy metal chains that go to points and crossing what looks to be 2 parallel bridges, stone in make, over what looks to be a chasm that falls hundreds and hundreds of feet. There are chains that sort of keep these things up that are being held up by these boulders. One of the bridges looks like it's out, and there's like a mid-construction happening right now where it looks like there have been some wooden planks to maybe start construction, but it hasn't been completed. So there is one completed bridge.
Does the bridge look rickety?
Still pretty heavy winds up here. It doesn't look like it's rocking.
Go to the sturdy-looking bridge.
Sure. You guys start to walk upon the sturdy-looking bridge. It is full stone. Yes, Vera?
No, I was gonna say maybe if we're above really high, maybe you should put her down and hold her hand.
Alright, I put her down.
Oh, just wanted to look over.
Yeah, I don't want you to fall over because it got really windy and you almost fell off the carpet. So just in case.
She starts to sneeze.
Bless you. You allergic to something?
You guys are currently on the bridge as you start to hear the sound of growling.
Never mind, pick her back up, bro.
You look up at one of the...
I will...
Go on.
I will pick her up.
You look at one of the peaks where the archway and the cave entrance is, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of red eyes.
Oh boy.
Upon brown, some of them black matted fur, long snout, sharpened teeth, bit of drool happening as these large quadruped creatures start to make themselves known. And as you start to get a visible, a nice vision of this, you can see that they're dire wolves.
Oh, that's not good.
One jumps down.
I think I bamf out Lila in front of us.
Okay.
And we have a cat in our party.
I don't think the direwolves care about that.
I think they would probably target you first. Cat, right? Just saying.
A second pair lands.
Boy. Okay. We're on a bridge, right?
You are on a bridge.
We're gonna have to jump off and get on the carpet.
Yep. I don't even say jump off. I just pull it out. I'm like, Rolly, grab the kid, and so we can get on it.
Okay.
Grab the kid, get on it.
Alright, Lila, never mind, just kidding.
Like, grab your bear.
Because all this is happening at once, I'm gonna say you're not able to bamp it out just yet because we're gonna do initiative right now.
Oh, okay.
And we can move it. We can move in tandem. So the wolves land, snarl. One of them looks almost like leading the pack. And as you guys start to discuss, like, bamp out, Lila. Get the kid off. And as you're reaching for the discus to pull out the carpet, everyone roll initiative.
12.
19.
Oh, I gotta roll for Moscow's thing.
So
Roll a 21.
That's a 3.
21. That means... Okay, so Anna got a 19. And Vera got a 12.
I don't have anything to my initiative, so it always sucks butt.
Hey, that's what happens. Okay. let's put you guys on a map. So we'll say, who would be leading the pack?
I guess
mean,
the good question for that is, what's our objective? Getting the heck out of Dodge or fighting these wolves?
No, getting the hell out of here. We have the kid.
getting the hell out of here.
Okay.
All right.
So, Rolly, you're up.
Are the wolves on the map? Or are they off this?
Yeah, we don't
Are
They're on
they-
the map.
Oh, there they. Okay, sorry. They blended in with the rocks for a bit. I didn't see them. Okay. I am going to stand. Actually, I'm going to move 5 feet up,
Okay.
and I'm going to ready an action that if a wolf comes within 5 feet from either the front or the right of me, I am going to attack them.
All right. You ready in action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next one.
Also, I use my bonus action to rage just in case.
Perfect. Rolly, roll me a perception check.
Alrighty. That's going to be a 13.
Okay. You
Can't perceive much.
hear numerous barking from these direwolves as almost like a full-on pack ready for hunting. They start to snarl, guard. Let's see, who's next? Would be Savannah. You're up.
I guess my actions unfold the carpet.
Use item. The carpet appears in front of you.
I can't do any movement with the carpet until people get on the carpet, so I guess that ends my turn. I just kind of free action to say everyone and like get on as soon as possible.
Roll me a perception check.
That is going to be 21.
21. You clearly hear the snarling happening to the left of you. You can hear the sound of heavy footfall coming from where you guys just came from. Sound of metal and armor. Just and it sounds like numerous footsteps. It's hard to pinpoint the exact amount, but there is party coming.
And can I vocalize that to the party?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll vocalize this like, and we have people coming. So hurry up.
Yeah, I don't know if they're good or bad.
Yeah, so hurry up.
Okay. Direwolves. This one. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Would be.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
They're big pumpers.
I know. Don't they get pack tactics too?
Well,
Yep.
you see that they tried to walk along the bridge, and you see that they're too big to share spaces. But this one is right next to you, Rolly.
Does it trigger my held action?
It does. You may make an attack.
Okay. Can my attack have a purpose?
You called out that you were going to already attack with your blade.
This
correct?
is true. This
So.
is true. Yes, indeed.
You are reading that.
All right. That is going to be. That'll be 16 to hit.
16 to hit. That does hit. Roll me damage.
Ooh, excellent.
I would like you to tell me the blade damage first and then the elemental.
Gotcha. So blade damage will be. Oh shit. Okay. It's gonna be that type of fight. Oh boy. 17. That'll be 22 for the blade.
Okay.
And then where is D6? There it is. Plus an additional 1 from my last chosen thing, which was, I want to say, holy,
Radiant?
radiant. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you cut through, reading this as you start to see It starts to race towards you as you pull back your axe, just waiting for that one moment and cut through. You see the slice start to split open, and you feel a bit of a toughness.
Ooh.
As it seems that the damage you wish to fully cause didn't fully affect the creature. It's still its turn, so it snarls. It makes a bite. 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Eep.
There we are. You take 11, reduced down to 5 points of piercing damage as it bites down, and as it breathes upon your skin, as it has a full latch upon you. You take an additional 4 points of cold damage.
This is with this is halved already?
Yes, already. It was 11, half to 5, plus an additional
5 plus a
4. So
Got it,
9
okay.
points in total. I need you
Gotcha.
to make me a strength save.
Gotcha. And because I believe...
Because you're
Yes,
raging, you get
because-
advantage.
Yes! Huzzah! Okay. Perfect. That'll be 27.
27. The creature bites down and tries to pin you, but you're able to hold steady. Make me a con save.
Ooh. Too many saves.
See.
Okay, that will be... Okay, perfect. That'll be 13.
13.
And not do well on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
No.
It reels
No.
back and is about to claw you. Totally misses.
Oh, well then.
After their turns, because they can't really move across the bridge as much as they want to. Actually, I think what's going to happen is this one here. It was right here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. How much is the rest? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can make that. Perfect.
For a second, I'm like, are you going to try to jump across the bridge?
It jumps across the bridge.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
After their turn, it is now going to be Vera's turn.
How far is the carpet from me?
We'll say that it's, do you want it dangling off the edge, Savannah, or do you want it in front of you, or how did you bank it?
If I vamp it, it's probably going to be right in front of me.
Okay, it's right here.
Okay, never mind. So I was gonna put Penelope on it, but no. That's
No,
right
because,
in front of the
oh,
wolf.
damn.
Right, right.
We
in
do
front of
need
the
to
wolf.
get her on it, though.
That's gonna have to be a
But
thing.
wait a minute. If I got on the carpet, wouldn't the carpet be where I am?
You can have it where you are, if you want.
That would be the... Logically, that would make sense. Can that work?
Yeah, absolutely. You can have it where you are.
Okay, well, I'll have the carpets where I am.
Okay. Well, wait, you did specifically say that you weren't going to jump on it until everyone else got in. Like, you're like, I couldn't use my move. Oh, well, I guess you couldn't have moved the
No,
carpet.
I couldn't take off. Because
It's where you're at.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Vera.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put her on it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell her you can't fight me. You're just gonna be on it, and I think I just go pick her up and put her there.
Sounds good. Yeah, you put her onto the carpet, and she quickly grabs onto the fabric, shivering.
Oy. Is that my
Yeah,
action?
you get on the carpet.
We'll say that was your bonus action.
Okay, I guess I'll get on too. To use my movement to get on. Let's see if I can do anything. Hold on. Let me read one thing if I can do this at a higher level. Okay. If you let me, if like me and her can get on, and can I still do a spell or no?
You have an action.
Okay. Are those two wolves in front of me like 60 feet or less?
Yeah, of course. Really close.
I'm gonna cast command at a 2nd level. And they have to make a save. I think it's wisdom. Hold on.
Command, yes.
Yeah.
There we go. First one got a 16.
Fail.
The other one failed as well.
I'm just gonna tell them run.
Okay.
Or run away. Whatever.
Command is one word.
Yeah.
So run.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't like your look. Nope.
Just
Take
think
that
about
back.
if you say they run, where are they going?
I'm just gonna tell them to sit. Like
Okay.
dogs. Sit.
Sit. Roll me perception check.
26.
Familiar sound of heavy plate armor, full armor, can be heard getting closer and closer.
That's good for them. I think my gut reaction is still to get this kid out of here.
Rolly, up to you.
Alrighty. Well,
Wait, did they sit?
On their turn, they do something.
okay. Carpet is out.
Carpet's out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see carpet on map.
It's
Do I just get on?
yeah. You can.
It's
Icon.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
it's where Vera is.
Okay.
Come on, Rolly. Gotta go.
Gotta go.
I know. Okay. So basically, be thinking about what I'm gonna do. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to disengage,
Okay.
hop on the carpet, and push Vera back 5 feet so that I could see that part. Sorry, Vera. And then I'm going to use action surge, and then I'm going to hold an attack, or hold an action to attack if the wolves pursue us on the carpet as we're going up. I'm going to basically take the great axe like a hammer and just bash them off.
Are you going to do an attack or a shove attack?
Ooh. I'll do a shove attack.
Okay, you're holding a shove.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all said and done. You all see two dwarven men with... let's see if I can pull it up. They wear what looks to be like spiked shoulder armor. Let's see if maybe I can get the full details here for you. There we go. Spiked shoulders that reach almost up to their elbows, mainly wearing what looks to be heavy leather with sort of these studded little points across them. You see what looks to be a chain, a long chain that has sort of been wrapped around both of their arms continuously until it reaches what looks to be like a hooked blade. And both ends, both of them collide. Like each of them do this where they collide both blades and ignite into fire. You hear one of them point towards the wolves and go, "Friends, we found them." You see the other one go, "What do we do with that?" And then point towards your party. You see coming up above the hill, two full orcs, like green skin, heavy bodied, wearing what looks like to be like full hide, but metal plated where the legs are and on one shoulder, holding what looks to be like a great sword with a bit of flames flickering from the tip, a giant spiked shield on the other arm. He looks towards the wolves, goes, "Kill the monsters where they stand. Don't allow that monster to escape," and points to your party.
Oh,
I'm so confused.
And then what looks to be two humans, just full plate, but moving as fast as ever. Just course, move up. Let's go ahead and bring them in.
Who's the Horizon Watchers? I thought they were nomads, not like special. That was Amber, not Vera.
This one is going to go 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How far are you guys? Okay. Okay, they're going to use push to go half the speed. This one is going to stay where he's at. Let's settle this one down here. This one you see releases the chain or the blade from his hand as it goes, flings forward. The chain unfurls as he catches the other end. We'll see if it hits first. That is going to hit. That is going to hit. Okay. That is going to be some points of damage that you guys don't know. Another one. Perfect. You see first blade, second blade, stick into this direwolf's chest, sort of like where the shoulders are, dealing so many points of damage. And then I need the direwolf's going to try to make a save. Natural one. You see two blades sink into the direwolf's chest. You hear the doorman go, "I've got him! Die, beast!" And he grips both ends of the chain, twirls around, like starts to spin in a 90-degree angle, and almost like with intense strength. 5, 10. This creature now needs to make an athletics check. The wolf falls over the edge.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Wolfie.
So I believe that was... You just hear... as it continues to fall. Savannah, you see this guy. Two blades. Don't sink into you. Don't sink into Penelope. Don't sink into Rolly or Vera. They sink into your carpet. As you two solid hook blades. The carpet is alighted, but it is magical, so it's not going to dissipate, but it is a light. Just roll me a d20, please.
Oh boy.
Boy, I don't like that. That's a 19.
19.
Yeah.
Let's see what the DC was.
I don't like that.
Okay. You see him and starting to pull. However, the carpet, intense magical energy created and used by Richard Thogmore himself, is sturdier than what this man expected, as he goes, "I've got him. This thing won't let go." He currently has a lock on you guys right now. Next is going to be these gentlemen's. So, what is their speed? Perfect. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to use half charge as a bonus action. 5, 10, 15. Can't meet you guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 25. I'll say 30 and stops there. Savannah, you're up.
This is so not expected. Do I have to be on the carpet to guide the carpet?
I would think you are on the carpet though.
No, if I like jump off and told them just to get out of here.
I think the way the magic energy works is that you do have to be on the carpet to tell it where to go. It's like a car.
Damn it.
It's not like a familiar.
Hmm. And I am stuck on. I'm pretty much. There's no movement because I'm chained, right?
You telepathically tell the carpet to move. It can't do so.
I am trying to think the best way to get out of this situation.
Ask them if they know her frickin' uncle. Maybe they do.
Is it that appropriate right now?
I don't know if it stops them from trying to kill us. Maybe.
Okay, I'll take the bear as the point. Can I use a free action to yell out to them? It's like, not the enemy, friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing.
You yell that out, and the human that's currently rushing, sort of the bald man, rushing towards you guys, is almost like has his sword ready, also alighted with flames, as he looks up and sees you yell, and he goes, "Then leave. Leave the monster."
Who's the monster?
That's enough for a free action.
I know. That doesn't tell me anything. I got him to at least stop. And there, I'm hoping to sit. Can I ready an action?
Yeah.
If they come to close, if they come within 5 feet to attack me or the carpet, I'll hold an attack.
You got it. You are the carpet.
All right.
Perfect.
And then I'll move on. I'll end my turn.
These dire wolves in front go. Sit. This one. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can't make it, but it's going to stay here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one, however, jumps, but can't attack this round. You hear the heavy footsteps of the full orc men. 5, 10, 15. Actually, I think this one is going to stay here. This one is going to go down here. You watch these orcmen with these gnarly looking swords and shields. This one, both of them almost like in tandem, look out at the whole scene that's happening here, grab their great swords, jam it into the ground. And they start to murmur what looks to be... Everyone roll me a religion check.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
1 second. Oh, 15.
15. You guys can't tell what they're saying. They're murmuring something. Spell, incantation, something. It's hard to tell. But they are spending their turn doing that.
Is this spell?
Can't tell. You rolled low. It is now going to be Vera's turn.
I feel like Vera might have a hunch, but like I don't want to be meta. Can I ask Penelope something as a free action?
Sure.
Your sickness, real quick, do you know what it is by chance?
That says
Genetic. Yeah. What does it do? Quickly.
Nose? She doesn't know how to answer this quick motion as she's being flanked by men in armor and wolves.
I don't know what to do with her. I have a feeling that her uncle may be Harry and she may be the monster, but
Oh dear God, that makes this worse.
you know what? I'm gonna do something
Clicked in my
stupid.
head the moment he said that.
How many let me hold on. Let me do the feet. Oh, it's too close. Or too far. 30 feet I would be in between the wolves, right?
You would be, but you can do that. It's just that if you
They're
wanted
sitting.
to, if you wanted to, yeah, they are sitting. But if you wanted to move past them, it'd be a roll, and you wouldn't be able to end your turn on their space too. But you can teleport to where they are.
True.
Although I think your spell says that you have to go to an unoccupied space.
Yeah.
So
that's
that
why I
wouldn't
was
work?
just like, I don't think that'll work.
You can
What
tell
about across the bridge? No.
it's
Oh.
too short.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I'm close enough.
I mean, you can try to teleport like in these spaces, but I'd have to make you roll. See if you don't fall.
I don't like this. I'm going to get off said carpet
Okay.
and stand in front of Penelope, in front of this man.
Oh, here.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you got it. You got it.
No, I don't get it. Oh, no, I do. Okay. And tell him that I'm a servant of Paylor, that you need to stand down and leave her alone.
Okay. Any actions, bonus actions? Are you trying to maybe use your action to persuade?
Yeah, but bonus action, if he comes near me, like to hit me, I'm going to forcibly face step him.
You cannot hold a bonus action.
I can't.
No.
Damn.
You can ready an action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and persuade him.
Rolling persuasion check.
I just have a feeling.
You have to do with disadvantage as you are currently mid-combat.
Okay, that's not good. Okay, don't suck the next roll. Okay, I don't think it's very high. Yeah, that's a 14.
Okay. You command with as much effort as you can to leave her alone. And you look into this man's eyes to see what type of response you might get on their turn.
Okay.
Rolly, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay. I mean, help Vera or wolves?
You can see if one of them's her uncle.
I don't know
If
about
we
that.
didn't kill one, that was her uncle.
Here.
I don't know about that one. Okay.
Well, two are sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be this one. And
I'm
this
going
one.
to hold an action, and if the wolf in front of me attempts to attack, I'm going to swing my axe in a way that'll knock it off the bridge.
Okay. That'll be a
I'll put
shove
my-
attack.
Yep, my entire force!
Huh. Okay. All right. We will.
And then bonus action rage.
Bonus action rage. All right. All set. Let's see here. This guy is going to go
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to hold an action. This guy holding onto you guys. I need Savannah, roll me a d20.
Yeah. Yeah. Lucky?
You may.
That was not. That's a little better. That's a 17.
17. The chain's still attached to the carpet. Goodbye. Moves the carpet 10 feet in the direction he chooses. 5, 10. And yanks it. I need Penelope and Savannah to roll me either athletics or just a straight dexterity save to see if you can grab onto the ledge. Rolly, there is nothing underneath you.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fun.
We're going with the dexterity save because screw that. That is going to. Yeah.
It's not a
That's
high.
going to be.
It's not a high DC. It's only 12,
It's a 16.
16. So Penelope has 0 to everything. She rolled a 13. Rolly, you start to fall.
Oh, shit.
Before I fall, I'm not going to save myself from the fall, of course, because there's nothing I think I can do. Who can you point to the guy that was the one that did the sword thing for the carpet?
This guy here.
All right, can you mark that guy in blue or some other specifically denoting color so that when I inevitably come back, I will know who to get.
He's got a little skull.
I love you so much. Thank you. All right, and with that, I fall. I don't think there's anything that I can grab onto to swing onto anything. So
If you roll a disadvantage, maybe a athletics check, you can see if you can grab onto Savannah's leg.
Oh boy.
okay. What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna roll with disadvantage on athletics.
But you are raging, so you have...
Oh my god, that's a
Regular
nat
roll.
20. Jesus.
You grab onto Savannah's leg.
No. Oh my god.
Did you double?
I fucking oh my god. No way, dude.
You
Dude.
start to fall. You feel that weightlessness as the carpet is wrenched away. It is currently like
It's to make up for that one earlier.
it drops onto the bridge as it returns back into the discus form. Roll, you feel time slow. You see Savannah in the slow-mo, her quick reactions, her always quick hands. Grab onto the chain that was there. Penelope, not as quick, but grabs onto a chain and like swings out. You reach out, already losing ground. The only thing you can grab onto is Savannah's leg as you grab onto her.
Grab onto her and tell her, swing right.
Savannah, it hurts. As
I can imagine.
You grip with, and the fact I'm allowing this because you have natural climbing claws that stops your momentum from falling down from Rolly. As you extend the claws, go into the chains, and it hurts. It almost feels like ripping a nail out.
Oh god,
Swing.
that feels horrible.
That was that shifter's guy. This one is going to lean over the edge,
No.
look at Penelope, and is going to attempt to bring out his chains and get her.
Oh no.
I don't have anything that would be a reaction to save it. That's the thing.
That's what sucks, 'cause I don't have
Natural one
Oh, thank God.
Yay.
hits. That second one does hit. However, both blades need to be inside a creature or being to use their shifting ability. So, he's not able to yank her, but he does drive a blade into her back.
Oh, that's horrible.
Everyone sees this. Oh. 4 points. She takes 4 points of slashing damage first.
Is she alive?
She is still alive. Strangely enough. In total, she takes 19 points of damage, and she's about to go unconscious as she starts to lose her grip.
Can I see it?
You can see this.
I reaction. I take all but one, because I have to.
You take 18 points of damage, and she takes only 1. As the blades sink into her, it scrapes across her, and though it should leave a gash, it only leaves a cut. And you feel on your back, as you reach outwards, Vera, searing pain on your back. As he also pumps in a divine smite.
Oh.
But you are taking everything.
Mm-hmm.
You take an additional 10 points of damage as you... That searing feeling almost radiates. All right. It's going to be the Charger's turn.
This dude making anything with what I was talking to him about.
He heard you yell like leave her alone, but you...
No, I told him about the Paler thing.
Paler? Doesn't seem like it matters because they're winning. But he will try to attack you.
Kitty. Take out my post-it because I'm going to use it.
Bonus action. He's going to point towards you, Vera, and go, "Whatever god you serve, we serve a righteous mission." And you see him alight soft flames, sort of this translucent space. He's going to use Vow of Enmity, which means he has advantage.
Yay.
So, first one. Natural 20.
Yay.
So let's take care of that first. I need more dice. Okay. You take 16 points of slashing damage. And then you take an additional 12 points of fire damage.
Ew.
That was attack number 1. Attack number 2.
What color is man?
Does a 19 hit you?
No.
Second attack. Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah. Damn.
That is going to be 12 points of slashing damage. And only 5 points of fire damage. As he misses, rolls the sword back over, hits you hard.
What's this?
Okay, I gotta make use that he used one of these. Perfect. All right.
Pissed. Like her hair is so dark red. It's ridiculous, and her eyes are red. She is mad.
This guy is going to make an athletics roll. Jumps over and starts to attack this wolf. Now, I'm not going to do damage and rolls and all that stuff to make this simple. Just need another d20. One solid strike. And unlike your strike, Rolly, this one actually looks like it connects and does full damage. On number 4. Perfect. With that all said, that's the Chargers. Savannah, you're up.
Okay. So do
Swing
you know
right.
that? Wait, if I swung Rolly, is that an action or a bonus action?
That'll be your half your movement, I'll say.
Half my movement.
And it'll probably take an athletics check to see if you can quickly use that momentum.
All the
Or
checks.
acrobatics. Acrobatics or
Um,
athletics, I'll let you choose.
Okay, I'll rather do acrobatics. I'm gonna swing Rolly right. You sure you're right? You want to go right?
I want to go here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but
Yeah.
I want to go here.
But is that my action or a bonus action? Because there's an action I still want to take.
Half your
You said
movement.
movement, right? Half my movement.
To
That's
swing.
fine. Alright, so we're gonna swing Rolly.
Roll
Plus-
high.
That's gonna be 18.
18. Roll you. You released. I'm not going to count this as your movement or anything. This is half of Savannah's movement as you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Roll me a acrobatics or athletics check.
I'll go with athletics on this one.
Okay.
26.
26. You grip onto the sides. Even with your axe in tow, you actually have to slam your axe into the stone to catch yourself from falling. Now, there's one thing I gotta double check here. I need you to make me a strength save.
All right.
Which I believe you have advantage on.
Yeah, technically it's not the start of my next turn. I am still raging.
Yes,
now
you
I'm
are.
raging even more. All right, so that'll be 16. That'll be 25.
25. The dwarven man sees you fly into the air, almost got one person off their list, and goes, "Not today." grabs the chains, retracts them, twirls in a circle, a full 360. The flames itself and the blades nearly miss you as he attempted to push you. As he uses his relentless tornado ability and completely whiffs. But that's Savannah. That was half your movement. You still have the other half, your action, and a bonus
Okay, so
action.
that's the move it. Action. The wolf that's in front of me, I'm gonna cast suggestion on it.
Okay. I think
So I need you to work. Huh?
No, go
It's
on.
a creature.
That's a good point.
I would wisdom saving throw.
2.
Your suggestion: protect the girl,
Okay.
the child.
The wolf looks to you. Almost like purpose.
And can I use my movement to pull myself up
Yes.
back onto the bridge?
You have a natural climbing ability. You can do so with no problem.
And can I use my bonus action to pull Penelope up?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
All right.
She's a light kid.
Then that will complete my turn.
She lands. You see just a heavy scrape across her back. All right. Next is going to be... So this is going to be interesting. There's nowhere these direwolves can get to you guys because the one protecting it is going to turn around and growl, and they're having a bit of a squabble. So these three are currently busy. This one, however, misses with a bite, misses with a claw.
You know what? I'm voting for the damn wolves now.
That's the direwolves because the suggestion completely stops the train here. Now it's time for the full orc men. The blades, still connected to the ground, leave a small trail of fire as it starts to jump across the bridge, almost like a small little spark. The ground that they stand on sinks, molts into like molten lava. They fall in. The ground itself solidifies, and they are gone. In a blink, you're not sure where they are.
Mm-mm.
I need... First of all, this direwolf. Let's do the direwolf first. As the heavy ones, the heavy orcs, appear as the flame itself erupts and they appear as a teleportation strike. Okay, perfect. This is gonna be hits. Dealing. I'm not gonna do the math because this is NPC versus NPC.
He's hitting the girl.
This one is hitting this direwolf here. But this one here erupts and will hit the guarding direwolf, Savannah, and the girl. So let's go and roll for attacks. Direwolf. That's a hit. Savannah does a 6ing hit.
Oh.
And Penelope. That does hit. I don't have to do math. What am I talking about? So each of you take... Where's my D12s?
Oh boy.
Oh, shit.
Math.
Nah.
Plus...
Oh, dear Lord, plus.
I need a calculator.
Oh, that's always a bad sign.
Okay, the direwolf, Savannah, and Penelope all take 40 points of damage as he does a full 360, landing through each bodies. So first let's
Yeah,
do
and
the direwolf.
dodge that?
You can half that.
Yeah, I'm gonna half that.
So that means you take 20. And Penelope would be technically dead because it's over double her health points.
I was like, I don't know if Vera had enough hit points for that. So
You don't have to give it to yourself, by the way.
Wait, I said my AC is 17. It's still hit?
Oh, that's right. No, you got no. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, 0 on you.
I mean, that would be my last one. If I can reaction it, I'm gonna probably
Send it to me.
give it to Rolly.
Okay.
I mean,
But
I
I
can't
can.
half the I can't half that, damn it.
I think I have to take at least 1 point, though, right?
No, you can give it
Oh.
to someone else.
I'll give it to Rolly then, and she has to take 1 point, right?
Yeah, she takes 1 point.
Okay.
And it's
Oh, dear.
fire.
So let's break down the math. What I just said. So this is
Whatever the bulk is, I give that to Rolly because I can only do it off one thing or everything.
the whole bulk.
Okay.
So that means you take 12 points of fire damage, Rolly. Which would you like to
Reaction.
use reaction? You take 6.
Hey.
And you take 28 points of slashing damage, which is already now reduced because you are raging. So instead, you take 14 points of slashing damage.
Jesus.
So I have taken 20 points of damage from that little entanglement thing.
Yeah,
Good. This, I'm assuming, continues my rage.
exactly.
Oh, glorious. I'm out for blood.
Please tell me she's not dead. She only took 1 point.
And she only took 1 point. She's looking okay. Vera, your turn.
Oh dear.
I'm fucking pissed.
And we're all pissed.
How many? How many are in front of me?
1, 2 are in front of you, like, immediately.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, what do you see on the map?
Okay.
Oh, there's one behind you.
Yeah, but I don't think I could be like this. I think I'd obliterate everybody.
Okay.
Well, he's in front of me. I want to know if I
Mine?
can... Huh?
Oh, never mind. Go.
I have... What is this? Is it radius? I think it's just straight. No, my thing froze.
Did he really?
Yeah, I did. Hold on. I know what the spell is that I have.
Actually, could we take a quick break?
Yeah, let's just finish this thing real quick for Vera, and then we can take a quick break.
Oh,
Okay.
It's longer than I have. Oh, no, it's radius. Set it on a point I choose. But I could do it in front of me. Or center it on this dude. She's gonna do Sunburst. And she's gonna yell to Penelope and Sav and Rolly to close their eyes.
Okay. What's the
I
radius?
can't see it anyway.
I just do this and I
60 feet.
grab Penelope.
60 feet? Okay, so that
Centered
means...
on a point I choose, and I'm choosing the fucker in front of me.
Okay.
He has to make a Constitution saving throw.
That means everyone besides your party needs to make a Constitution saving throw because all the dire wolves and all of the other men are within that 60 feet.
I don't think she cares at this point.
That's fine. Let's do dire wolves first.
You have to beat an 18.
Doesn't make it. All the dire wolves don't make it. Let's do the dwarven men. Con save, yeah?
Mhm.
That is going to be a 17.
Fail. You have to beat an 18. 18 or higher.
Heavy guys, that's natural 3. That's not going to make it. And the other one is going to be chargers. They're going to get a 16.
Fail.
Everyone fails. So we're going to complete this and then we'll take our quick break.
Well, they're blinded.
Oh, everyone's blinded.
And
Oh boy.
I think she just slams her mace down and does this, and they're going to take 12d6. So give me a second. 18.
What kind of sonic boom of a spell?
So I have a question. Does this is the only thing people are avoiding are the blinding effects, or are they still getting affected by the burst?
Well, they're behind me. I'm doing it on in front of me, so they should be fine.
It's a radius though. It's a circle.
I don't think
Tell you
it's
what.
centered on the point I have. Can I move it further just to get the guy in front of me and
But
not get the party?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, now I messed up my math.
No. Still, everything happens here. So, we'll say that you can affect these two.
Mm, 43 points
43.
of radiant damage.
Okay, that is going to be towards number one. Okay.
I think it's radiant.
40 what?
43.
This guy drops. Or we can mark him that so Rolly, the guy that you were after, drops due to a massive explosion.
Leave him there.
This other guy who was right in front of you, he was a charger. Where is he? There he goes. Okay, he's still up,
He's blinded.
but he is blinded. And a large explosion of, and it sounds like nothing. It's just like a soft creation of Arcane, and then as an explosion happens on this mountaintop, this immediate dwarf looks to the right, sees this happen, and lands. This guy looks towards the explosion and then cannot see. We'll take a quick break.
Yay.
And
By the way, meta before we start, did Rolly see the little girl get stabbed?
yeah,
Yeah, you were hanging there.
You were thinking from
That
the
is all I need to know.
we return as
We're all
Vera
pissed.
has released an explosion sun happening, blinding the man in front, knocking this guy down. Vera, roll me a perception check.
Bunch of assholes. Anyway. 18.
18. You hear.
Ah, shit, not more.
You see peering from across the ridge.
question is what's
Large. Woven head.
That
Peering
better
up
be a
above.
friendly fucking.
As it continues down, you expect the quadruped nature of a dire wolf, instead leading to heavy shoulders. Winter white cloak.
Can I yell?
Continue forward. Well, not yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Jesus. Walking up to what looks to be heavy forearms, biceps, triceps, and to the elbow, what looks to be like almost a spike of a bone. Continue going until you see it standing on hindquarters. White, fiery eyes. Intruders!
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Now can I
Eh.
yell?
What are you yelling?
Please tell me you're Caw, because we're trying to save your frickin' niece.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Oh, please be. You know what? I'm not rolling it. You've been iffy. You were good and then you were bad. 1 moment. Be good. Don't be an
Actually, can I just whisper to Penelope? I'm like, is that your uncle?
I don't think she knows.
She looks really frightened eyes. She's gotten hurt a bit, and she's like,
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, I only have a +1, so 17?
17. We'll see.
Oh boy.
This
Dear
one
Lord.
bounds. Steps across the body. Doesn't notice you, Rolly, initially.
Looks so.
Steps over. This guy is blinded. Advantage.
You can eat that one. That one's fine. I don't care. Go ahead.
You see the all intents purposes, we can say it, werewolf.
Yeah.
Longs of claws. You see like daggers sticks it into this guy's chest from behind, like from his back. You see the actual claws and protrusions come outwards. What's that? As the other hand reaches for the head, and you just see the spinal cord as the head is released, thrown off to the side, and the body thrown into the other side.
Neat.
That's what you get.
Neat.
Not a fan.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Don't look, Penelope.
This one's easy. I'm gonna do a contested what's it called? Athletics check for both of them. Easy. Pounces, pushes the guy off.
Really could have used them like 10 minutes ago.
You think?
So we'll count that guy dead too. After their turn, Rolly.
It's about fucking time. How far down am I from the?
You're about 10
ground
feet
level?
to get to here, which is ground level.
Perfect. Because I have athlete, I am going to move up those 10 feet.
You can totally do so, athlete.
All right. I look for the dude that threw me off the carpet.
Oh, there's a guy here who is dead.
They're dead.
No, they're not dead enough. How big is the wall to the bridge? Like, how big is this little? Like, sidewalk?
It is simply a chain. You can simply just hop over it.
I hop over it.
Perfect.
Now I look at the.
See, I'll say he's here. The body's here.
Perfect. Yeah. So when you mean dead, what do you mean dead? Do you mean like he is like
He's
obliterated, or like he just failed his death save?
he hasn't done any saves yet, but he is unconscious.
Oh, fantastic! I cut his head off.
Simple one act.
He's not coming back.
Yeah.
I make sure of it.
But why?
He killed me. It's only fair I return the favor.
So I'll say that's one part of one of your actions, or one of your attack actions, is to cut the head.
Yeah, and then I'm going to look at the giant beast in front and say, what's that?
Interloper.
You are not my foe. These things, these people are my foes. I will kill them.
Roll me persuasion
then-
check.
He did not want to wake up.
No.
No.
Oh.
That's
No,
a 9
no.
for persuasion.
What was your persuasion?
That's a 9.
9. Intruder. That would be your turn, unless you have anything else up your sleeve.
Besides this guy over here, is there anyone else I can see
I mean,
that look like they were from that group?
you can see the heavy guy here, and then there's this guy here who just jumped across and started attacking.
They're all blind right now too.
None of them actually, because we had to shift it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta move it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna ask this creature again. Hey, my enemy's over there. Will you let me pass?
you've already rolled a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. You feel free to use it.
Yeah. You'll see on his response.
All right.
The shifters are gone. There's only one charger left. So Charger's going to look towards these orc individuals and go, "Captains, we're outmanned." Both of them respond, "Then give him a worthy death, even if we perish." 3 attacks.
That's not good.
You see this one down here. And you see the blade cut through the throat of this direwolf as it
Ooh, they're not gonna like that.
He's gonna use a bonus action to do half step. Get over here. It is going to be Savannah's turn.
Ugh. Because we're all doing it. I'm going to go past Penelope and get between her and our werewolf fella.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look at him. It's like, we mean you no harm, friend.
You can see the orc guy that you leave space with takes a swing at you and miss.
Good enough.
You have to duck. Roll me persuasion check.
Ooh, not 20.
Net 20. The werewolf in front of you looks down. Almost a strange, not a kinship, but you coming from more of a animalistic nature, sort of that bloodline that ties you, almost is more herd than these humanoids. Humanoid yourself,
Because
obviously.
she's a cat.
Yeah. Shut up, Steve.
It looks down and it sort of nods, but you're not sure if it's just simply its breathing. You'll see on its turn.
So which these means I'm not trusting it, so I still have my action, right?
That was your action to persuade it.
To persuade it is my action?
Mhm.
Grr. Can't hold a bonus. Can't do what I was actually should have did. I'll end my turn there.
Okay. This direwolf is no longer protecting, but
You can tell him to eat the orc. Go ahead.
there is the orc in
The
front
orc.
of it.
Keep the orc.
Okay, it misses with a bite, but it does get a claw. So the orc takes some damage. Okay. You see the bite miss as the shield comes up. And the claw. The orc man takes it. He retaliates and swings down his greatsword. And in one fell swoop, bisects.
No.
Yeah, there's no fixing that.
This one goes 5, 10, 15, 20. Looks back at the two remaining companions he had. He goes, live assault, death. I'll raid the camp.
Did they raid the camp?
25, 30. And starts to head towards the entrance of the cave.
Oh boy.
Good boy.
Vera, your turn.
Is Penelope like right next to me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna. Sam, I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea.
I'm rethinking what we talked about, so I'm gonna leave that to you. New information may change this.
Can I see the orc dude that's going towards the cave?
Yeah.
1 second, kiddo. Can you take him? I need to look up something. It's like, sorry, Dad. I got priorities.
You pretty much finished that bottle anyways.
He's like, but I wasn't done. I gotta see something.
Mama's gotta look up a spell.
See. 'Cause I thought I had it memorized, but I could be wrong, and...
Got it memorized. Only select people who are gonna get that reference.
Oh, he's like 120 feet from me.
We can
So
see.
We're going to measure.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many is this? We're going to do a 4th level guiding bolt.
Okay.
Like, I'm not having it today. We're not doing this today. Just want to take this kid home? But no, can't do that. Be good, dice. Okay, 23 hit.
23 hits.
Okay, 1 lemon.
Okay, we're gonna burp you, buddy.
6, 7, 8.
There you go. Really good one.
Hey.
32 points of damage.
Now I need a calculator.
And he has advantage on whoever hits him next, and he is now glowing.
You release the bolt. It strikes the back of this guy, this sort of heavy orc individual, and whatever aura surrounds him absorbs some of that magical energy.
They have some type of protection.
His
on them.
aura of warding allows him to have resistance to damage from spells. But he is glowing.
One other thing, I want to know if I can do it. I have movement, right?
You do.
Is it an action to touch something?
No. If you're doing something, depending on what you're trying to do with the touch.
I don't know what the save is going to be if I force... I think it's a wisdom save. If I forcibly face step somebody.
Is that just part of your bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you can do it. You can touch someone and do a bonus action face step.
I hear you talking over there. I'm going to step in front of me, and I'm going to try to forcibly face step this dude.
Mm-hmm.
I like in front of the werewolf.
Are you able to... Is one of your seasons?
Mm-hmm. I can face step somebody else other than myself.
Does it have to be willing creature?
I think they have to roll a save if they're not.
Okay. I'm down for this.
Hold on. Let me see what this
I was like, either you face step him in front of the werewolf or off the cliff.
Tempting.
My
I feel like...
suggestions.
Because I did it with Lily. That's the only reason I remember.
But that's a willing creature.
Yeah, it does have to be a willing creature.
Ain't gonna work.
Dang it.
Hold on.
So you can move back.
Yeah. I have another question.
What's your question?
Can I ask this werewolf if he feels like getting even?
You can ask that.
I'm gonna ask, do you feel like getting even? Because I can move you over there and you can eat him.
You already rolled a persuasion check.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't go well.
It was okay.
You see
That was a
his eyes-
17! It might be tasty. You don't know.
Okay. You say what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Man, this is gonna
At
be...
the end of your turn?
No. I'm gonna walk up and try and face step him and see if he's willing now.
You release your Fey energy.
Yep.
Doesn't take.
Damn. Should have faced that Penelope out of there.
There's like not a good place to put her. That's the thing.
On the other side of the werewolf, because right now
Behind
I have
me!
no more than her.
Behind me!
Regardless,
would go that
actions
far.
have been done.
Yeah. I want to get rid of that dude because he's just like a mess.
The werewolf in front of you, Vera,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
brings up the two claws,
No touchy.
No touchy.
does a wide whistle as these two direwolves stand at attention and look back towards the man running.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to exit out of initiative as with the whistle, the call for help, you hear additional growls coming from within the cave as several differently colored, whether it's black, white, brown, werewolves start to come out of the cave. The man running, the paladin with a great sword in hand, the orc man stops, seeing a wall of people as the Horizon Watchers start to emerge from their cave. And we will see what happens next time, as I'm not going to have you guys fight this out because you clearly have swung the favor with Savannah's natural 20. And we will check you guys next time, as we are going to end Downtime in the next session.
Oh no.
Yay.
Yeah.
Wait, one final thing.
Yeah.
A request from Rolly. Is the wolf that I attacked initially still alive?
No.
I think
Nope.
he got
I was like, don't fuck
bisected.
this up, Rolly.
Because I could have sworn it was this one.
Oh no, he
Oh.
got bisected. Yeah.
Yeah, he got bisected.
No, that was the guy that came from behind.
Oh, no, this one is
Nope.
still alive then. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that one. Can you mark him for me? I have something for him afterwards.
I will do so.
Something friendly, not bad.
All right. This guy's getting fussy. I'll check you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.